Let's play.
All right.
There's the wrong button. There's the right button. We are.
When last we met, we were at the apartment, and then...
Are we already unmuted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
So last time on Illumhyr 2, Electric Boogaloo, we were at the apartment trying to figure out what our next move was to get in with the gangs that do work for whatever group it is that wants to take over the other plane, the material of Illumhyr, and the plan that we settled on was to get in with a group of street thugs, kids really. Why is my device getting renamed? Stop renaming my
And she's gone. You didn't sum up quick enough.
Well,
Next one.
So, who's next?
We were trying to get into the group with the punks to get to the rebellion faction, and we set it on making graffiti to show that we are with them. And you two were super cringe, and so we kind of got through to them, and they showed us where they last did weird jobs.
I still can't believe you decided to do that to me. The cringe.
we just cringed our way through the entire interaction. It was amazing.
I was cringing on the opposite side of the. I was on the opposite side. Cringe.
Poor NPCs.
And Naze
So
is
here's
a
the thing.
40-year plus guy.
The thing is that I realized how bad 5 and Aeneas were, that at some point I realized that it was just like, at this point, the worse we are, the better we make CL look. And so I just like doubled down.
And so you almost made me cry.
Yeah. Also,
I'm sorry.
what do you mean mid-40s? That's not an issue. I explained to my boss the other day the word boomer. He is in his late 40s, early 50s.
I love the Sungwon sketch that is just like, imagine the oldest possible person, just ancient and wizened. This is the voice that you're doing for this anime. How old is this character? 35. God damn it.
One of my favorite sketches of his is what voices he gets cast for based on his voice and based on his looks.
Yeah.
And then the voice is just, join me, and together we can change this wretched world. And the voices he gets cast for based on his looks, like, oh no, I pooped my pants because I'm playing video games too much.
Yup.
Yep.
Checks out.
So.
Yeah. You stalked someone.
We did stalk someone.
Oh yeah, we were in front of an office not an office building, but
No, you went to the tower in the center of the city.
and Miss
To be exact.
went up the elevator to someone of the administrators floors.
Low administrative.
Yeah, one of the actual two. One of which is residential, and the other is office. Yeah, does the people who take care of the tower also live there?
You're good, tower.
Yeah, so we're stalking them in their homes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's where we are.
Technically, I'm home.
I forget what we learned about the sigil that I traced.
Yeah, we learned that these sigils are related to war magic. That someone put up some runes, and if you trace them, the sigil you get is related to really bad war magic.
Well, technically to really big war magic. We don't know if it's defensive or aggressive.
True.
Yeah.
And that's probably the reason why this neighborhood still exists. Probably.
Maybe.
I mean, it could also be that the person that sent them there is putting up the sigil.
Yeah. And the girl that we were was it a girl?
We followed the girl, yes.
Yeah, I think it was a girl.
Yeah.
So we followed her because she was like sus.
As a youth would say.
Yeah. She was not really comfortable as soon as we unveiled the findings. And she was not paying attention when we followed her.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, neither would I, so... There was,
I would.
Nah, I cannot be outside without headphones on.
I have headphones on and I'm still very bad at filtering.
I mean, yeah, but like, usually people behind me don't try to mask their presence.
True.
Most of the time, they yell loudly about some very intimate topics on the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you're just trying very hard to ignore them.
Yeah.
I'm currently bound
That's
to
like the best
public transportation,
That's-
and I get too much knowledge of other people's personal
Yeah. Like, I
because
actually
they're talking,
have...
like gets into their phone.
I actually have sensory issues that I cannot exist outside without headphones during the day.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's the intimidation rogue. You know, see Torvek.
Yes. Exactly. So yeah, you're kind of just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I hate you. Shut up,
Then came out with no filter whatsoever, just forced itself into the conversation.
Yeah. At this point, TikTok has existed longer as Vine,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
and
wasn't
we have
around one.
to. Well, we have to get over the death of Vine, but we cannot get over the death of these iconic vines. Yeah.
We
You know,
don't.
it
You
never
are
truly dies as long as it never truly dies as long as it never truly dies as long as it lives on in your heart.
Yeah.
Anyway, you are standing in the ground floor of the central tower, and you're kind of staring at the elevator, like people in the tower who are apparently working late or something. Because there's like actually a few people here are starting to like, do you wanna use the elevator? Like, you're getting looks, is what I'm trying to say.
We were just watching it till we saw where it went, and then I would say we probably started it up to get
Oh.
chairs
Yeah,
up.
it probably looked like we were just waiting for the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah. There actually is a floor plan if you want to look at that.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Ooh, I will. I want
That
to look
would
at
be.
the floor plan.
So I didn't have time to draw this because I just settled on the shape of the tower like a cool 2 hours ago. I was busy. But yeah, so the ground floor where you are, and a good amount of floors above that is mostly a shopping district with various kind of stores of various industries and also a few like services, like a barber shop, that kind of stuff.
So it's like one of these mega towers.
Yeah,
in
it's
cyberpunk.
You're basically standing in a mall right now.
Yeah.
Right above that is the lower administrative floor, the residential area, where the people taking care of the tower, which includes janitors according to this floor plan, kind of live so that they have short access to everything in the tower in case anything goes wrong. Floor above that is the administrative office where stuff gets managed, you assume? And then the entire section about that is office space that is sort of like allocated to different companies on a floor-by-floor basis. So there's research floors here, and there's also just regular office floors where people presumably, I don't know, launder money from your planet or something.
That's the most obvious assumption.
Yeah. Then the next big section of this.
I should have written it down.
It's flight control, because there's air traffic, mostly with spaceships. And then finally you have, specifically at the top of the tower, a few floors for restaurants with a nice view. And then you have the space elevator station. And that's kind of the tower layout.
It's the Citadel Tower.
Is
Where's
it?
the sushi restaurant?
In the restaurant floor. I just told you. Would actually be
we
fun,
could go in.
but also a logistical nightmare if the restaurant floor rotated to give a panorama view of the surrounding area. But imagine having like a 5-floor building, like on the top of a multiple 100-floor tower, just rotating. And
Yeah,
then
why
any
not?
wind.
I mean, technically, there is this restaurant thing where you float in the air. You could make a ring outside of the restaurant area
Yeah.
to make the
True.
panorama view.
Like the rings of a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the tower structure. The tower is also the tallest building in the city you're in.
Okay.
And technically the tallest building in the world, because if you count the space elevator portion of it, it goes to space.
I'm gonna real quick make a whole bunch of recordings that say, I'm Subject 5 and this is my favorite restaurant in the Citadel.
I have played exactly Mass Effect 3 and it's been on release and never since.
We forgot something in our recap.
Did we?
5 got a new fucking body and is
Oh,
no
yeah.
longer a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And Eddie is frozen.
Yeah.
I have to screenshot that.
But in my defense, when I forgot that, it was because I'm not 5.
Welcome back. What is happening?
Stuff and things. Oh, what is that?
Gasp.
Oh, you see how distracted I can be.
So,
Eddie, what is going on?
I would just recap a bit what happened with Five's body.
Yeah.
Like, Five told the others she was going to buy some graffiti stuff in an arts and crafts shop. No, that was Aeneas. No, she was in arts and crafts, right?
Oh, not reconnecting her.
Oh boy.
I can try moving the server to somewhere else for the voice channel. Maybe that'll help.
Let's go to Australia, mate.
I don't know where the fuck we are. We're in Rotterdam. Let's try something that's closer to her. Let's try US Central.
Hi.
Goedenavond. Wij zijn... I can't speak Dutch still.
I can't speak Dutch either. And she's lost again. Badum.
Ik spreek geen Nederlands.
Die. Let's do.
Maar ik spreek...
By the way, the screenshot of Eddie reminds me of this. For
Oh
some
my.
reason.
My Discord's gonna crash. Yeah.
Hi!
Hi!
The pop-out in Discord is garbage.
It is.
Because if you
There we go.
resize it while the voice channel chat is open, Discord just crashes. So I cannot read that chat while we are playing at all. Because
perfect. We can write each other notes that we keep from DM.
my setup, I'm going to post it for you in general. My setup looks like this.
General.
So I can have you and then the game on the same screen.
Mm-hmm.
And if I open the chat, the X button gets cut off.
That's
So
a
I
beautiful
can
admin
never
flaw you have
close
there.
it again. Yeah.
Yeah, I really wish that they would let me pop out the chat and the faces separately.
I don't know if I'm going to use this map yet, by the way. So you're welcome to see it.
It's our choice if we use it, not yours.
It's my choice if that's the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's one of Frag Maps' maps.
But not as beautiful.
Oh, I need to know where you source your maps because I want to steal all of them.
Oh, cool. So my maps... I source my maps from Miska's maps, Frag Maps, and occasionally Solution Maps, but their stuff hasn't kind of worked for my things. Also, the animated cityscape that I keep using is from Benio's Battle Maps.
Are there Benio's?
Benio's?
It's some German animator called Ben, so that's why the name.
Benio's.
So they're not conflicts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have all of those open,
Enjoy.
and
If you feel like splurging, I highly recommend giving Miska's maps the full pledge, because then you also get the Cthulhu Mythos-based maps and the Cyberpunk maps, without having to subscribe to those per pack instead of per month-based Patreon separately.
right.
I will happily promote the people who make my maps.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no worries. They all do great work.
So, what do you want to do? So Five got a new body,
Yeah,
no
5
longer
did
bomb.
get a new body.
and she now has like some emotional issues
Emotional death.
that are unresolved.
Oh, right. So what we want to do is click on the button so that the elevator comes down to get us up where girl went.
But we lost her trace already, right?
We saw on which floor she left because of the elevator number above the elevator.
Maybe we're lucky, and she hasn't entered her home yet.
Maybe there are not a lot of doors on that map. On that floor, not that map.
That map. I just realized that I need to update my plugin. It doesn't
plugin?
resize the map on reload. Interesting. Yeah.
Yee.
Yo.
So what you do? What you gonna do?
Yeah, let's
We
go
press
up
the button.
Yeah, press the button.
You kind of get into the elevator, you press the button for that floor, and you kind of run into an issue. Because the screen displays, please present ID card.
Yeah, maybe we leave the elevator.
Mouse.
Can we phone Shadow Seeker? Seeks from Shadows?
Yeah.
You can.
Maybe not
Yeah,
while
shadows.
we are in the elevator, right?
I mean, there's an elevator close button.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hit the elevator close button and send a text to Shadow Seeker and be like, "Hey, we need a card for this floor."
Which floor?
The
That-
floor
that-
that we saw.
Low administrative floor.
Yeah,
Wait, where are you?
In the tower.
in the,
The
tower.
tower.
You know, just because I can track you all across the world doesn't mean I do it 24/7.
Why not?
Why not?
Don't you care about us?
I have better things to do.
That's a lie.
Five starts softly singing every move you make.
What?
Every move you
Every
make.
step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you.
That is such a creepy song.
Yep, it's designed to be. That was fully on purpose by Sting, and so every time anybody uses it for like their wedding song,
It's so
it's
funny.
it's kind of hilarious.
Well, death of the author. If people think it's romantic, then it's romantic.
I think
Yeah.
the weirdest thing that has happened in like music being used inappropriately is probably someone playing pumped up kicks at a school event.
Yes. it's
I
like
also love when people play "Born in the USA" for political campaigns in America, and
Yeah.
you're like, that is not a complimentary song about
No.
American politics.
the YMCA is also not. Yeah.
But then again, aren't these people then usually known for not having the best weenie comprehension?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I've seen like actively anti-right songs being used at Trump rallies. So these people are not smart.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay,
not
so-
Anyway,
waiting for time.
So
Yeah, we press the time.
I really shouldn't.
Why not?
Mom's gonna get mad at me if I do.
You have a mom?
What?
Like five?
I don't know. I just assumed everyone else was an orphan too.
You
Why-
still
why
have
would-
I mean, you maybe not, you're a synth, but like,
Yeah.
organics have mothers whether they are around or not.
You
I
didn't find
had
that
a
out.
mom once,
You-
maybe. But I don't
didn't find-
remember.
You didn't find it out when I asked you all of the time in the past about your parents. That other people have parents usually.
Happy Motherboard Day.
It didn't. Motherboard Day. It
So-
didn't occur to me that you were asking me that because you did have parents. Wait, do you have parents too? Does everybody have parents except me?
No, not
Dr.
everybody.
Sharp, do you have parents?
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, sometimes I would love to have been born in a lab, but
Like
that's
me.
probably for another time.
Like me. Yay!
Personally, I don't think there's much urgency to follow. She's not even a subject.
Well, but she's our only lead right now.
Yeah, and she will leave the tower eventually.
That's true.
Unless
We
he
could just
dies in
chill
there.
in the.
Hmm?
We could just chill in the lobby, and then
Just all night.
all approach her at the same time as she gets out of the elevator, like completely normal people do.
Also, again, unless she dies in there, she will come out again.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
we could
you know-
ask our friend if she can. If they? Shadowseeker is her, right?
Yeah.
I remember her as one.
I'm really bad at those pronoun things.
Those damn
I
millennials.
always forget what people are.
Your pronoun game is weak.
Yeah, I know.
Them's the words.
We should just delete them. Would be easier.
Don't
Who
delete
needs
them, I
pronouns?
need it.
Fuck you.
Anyways,
So yeah.
No, that was really good though.
So my suggestion is that maybe we ask our friend if she can pilfer through some files and find something out about her. We do
Okay.
know her name, right?
Do we?
no.
Can I roll history to find out if we learned her name
I'm
before?
pretty sure she didn't introduce herself.
Usually you could, but I also don't remember.
I'm pretty sure she didn't introduce herself. She was just introduced as I think it was it a foxy girl? I'm pretty sure it was a foxy girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she wasn't named so far.
So, but
Okay.
still, we still have visual data, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while we
Okay.
well, we
Can I
could still
send?
try to convince Seeks from Shadows if we can Shadow Seeker.
We could also go to the restaurant because we can eat up there.
That's true. I'm also fine with this plan.
The
So-
restaurant plan?
We ask our employer and then go with something to eat, to grab something to eat.
Yeah, I think that's a good way forward. I'm gonna go ahead and send a picture of the person. Do I have a picture? I don't have a picture of the person. Can I take like visual data of something that I have seen and save it as a
Screenshot your
JPEG?
memory.
Yes, screenshot
so-
my memory and save it as a JPEG.
Okay, so theoretically, yes, but you lack the equipment and the knowledge of how to do that.
Okay.
We can describe her
Or
like
we
a picture.
so we could
Yeah, I'll
Something
just describe her and be like, this is the person that we're trying to look for. If there's anything you can can find easily to tell us how to get in contact with her, that would be great. We're gonna go have lunch. We're gonna go take a break.
Okay, I'll try to look into it, but it's gonna be hard to find some team.
maybe she has a Twitter.
What's a Twitter? Oh, is it that platform that no longer exists?
Oh, thank God!
Thank God the world is saved.
No, some idiot bought it and ran it into a ground in the course of about a year.
Oh, that long?
Happened 4,000 years ago.
God, I love sci-fi.
There would be such a weird scenario if that happened for real.
Yeah.
Well,
Who would ever think about that happening?
it won't,
Practically unbelievable.
Yeah.
it won't go under because companies still rely on it.
Not a lot of companies. Like, most of the
Actually, there's a
advertisers
lot
have
of-
fully pulled out.
Yeah.
And they
Also,
are
how do you
currently
even,
facing...
YouTube without Twitter.
And they are currently actively facing, like, lawsuits because they refuse to pay rent for their buildings. So they might get
sounds-
sued out of
Oh.
existence.
So a fun thing happened in my theater company, which is we use Twitter for getting ourselves out there in order to get people to come to our shows and to sign up to perform in our shows and things like that, audition. We were doing some tracking of engagement over the last 6 months, and we get better engagement from Facebook and Instagram, and most of the stuff that we get on Twitter is duplicate or not really useful because it's trolls. So we decided to drop Twitter entirely because it's just actually more pain than it's worth.
Yeah. I haven't actively looked at my
Priceless fault
analytics.
is-
I haven't looked at my analytics in a while, but last when I did, I get more more traffic on my stream from just the Twitch on-site search than Twitter.
Yep. Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And from Discord. I get a
that's
number
always-
of views from Discord.
So we're going to the restaurant now, right?
yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't look for open windows.
Why? This is an
Reasons.
elevator.
No, in the restaurant.
Oh.
So the elevator starts. You assume it starts going up because the number
Sir, this isn't Chili's.
the number on the elevator changes. But you're not actually sure if it's going up. Because you don't like feel anything.
Well, that's nothing new.
You don't feel anything.
And then the door opens to the beautiful
I
restaurant floor.
was like, I feel too much now.
And I have decided that that's gonna be the bridge. And it's going to, the map, and it's going to be renamed
Glorious.
to restaurant floor. Sneakily. Nobody will know that it's actually not the restaurant floor. I don't think
It's
you've
black.
written on here, yeah.
I do not
Nope.
own a token.
I keep forgetting I need to do that.
Iona token.
Also, there's going to be
Yeah.
a grid on here because I accidentally grabbed the
Grape.
the gridded version, and it's too late to change now.
What a beautiful restaurant.
Is
What a
that a
beautiful
moose?
restaurant.
Huh? Oh no, Mel
What
was
is that?
blipping out of existence.
No, it's a fish.
again.
Oh, it's
It's
fish.
a koi.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I see it.
It's a giant koi.
Yeah. So you kind of
Yeah,
walk
but I also
into-
saw it as a moose for a while.
You kind of
I
randomly
am
walk
going-
into one of the restaurants that you met with this, and you found the sushi restaurant.
Oh no.
I don't know what
would
this
like
means.
Mass Effect 3 Citadel DLC is a glorious DLC.
Yeah, I've played
Yes, it
Mass
is.
Effect 3 as the only Mass Effect I've ever played more than 30 minutes with a Citadel in it, and I've only played it exactly on release and never since.
BioWare just said, yeah, let's let people have some fun with these characters, and just added
Yep.
some random things that happen
Nice.
on the Citadel right before the final fight.
And it's good.
like basically the last time the
Very
people
good.
have fun before they go into battle.
But the only other Mass Effect game I've actually played all the way through is Andromeda, where the Citadel isn't in the game. Andromeda is not bad, the performance is garbage, but the story overall works.
I'm so scared for the new Dragon Age. But Patrick Weeks is still the main writer, so it's gonna be good because Patrick
Oh,
yeah.
Weeks wrote Morden and Cole.
I think I'm just going to
We
drop
should-
you on the map, why not?
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
maybe.
Exist! There you go.
It is us.
Yes.
Hi.
Do we have to ask for a seat? We lost
Yes.
Eddie.
No.
Did I lose?
She
No.
was gone from the playlist for a second.
Oh.
Well, from the in-game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I had to reset the
Okay.
the VTT, but that's all.
Yeah, it happens.
You know I can't see both at the same time. Discord and
Oh,
Okay.
One of the biggest reasons I want to switch to Pathfinder mid-campaign instead of after the campaign is because Pathfinder is not, like, cluttered with buggy modules.
Okay, so
Let's find some seat.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
a seat with a window.
I'm just going to drop a Professor Baker in here. There we go. I think that's a bandit. Yeah, that's a bandit. Ignore the stat block.
Hello, Professor Bandit.
Oh, he married.
Why do I want to go into like a creepy voice right now?
There is only one table in this whole restaurant,
hello.
and we've got it.
What about NASCAR?
We wanted to ask for a spot for 3, if possible with a window that we can open.
A seat for 3, you say?
Yes.
Yes, we do have one open. Coincidentally, someone cancelled just a few minutes ago. You are
Nice.
in luck.
I know, I'm always.
No, wrong character.
No, we're in Illumhyr.
Please wait just a few minutes so we can clean the table and get you seated. You may take a seat over there. Yeah.
5. I
Yes.
think maybe this is a bit too high class. We have money, but I don't know if that's enough.
So, I don't know what it costs to be here for us. I'm gonna.
We will find out
poke
when we
at
see the
restaurant's-
menu.
I'm gonna poke at the restaurant's website.
What you looking
Be
for?
like, hey, what's the cost of like the normal cost of eating at this restaurant? Is it like, are we talking 1 copper, 1 silver?
Do you mean the normal
Electrum.
cost for people who live here or for us as tourists?
For us as tourists, because the normal cost is probably, I don't know, it might be free, but
Okay,
only for
so-
like, I don't know.
You kind of walked in here, and this is one of the few restaurants that serve like actual real meat instead of 3D printed meat.
Oh my god, what luxury!
So yeah, it is. Even in this society, it is rather expensive to eat here.
Are we talking
10 gold? 20?
100 gold?
Yeah, 100 seems right for a full course meal.
5?
Or
Okay.
like all you can eat sushi, I guess.
I mean, it's not like we don't have the money.
Yeah.
For all of us or each?
Although, honestly, it's
For us.
the issue is less having the money to eat here. 100 credits still isn't a lot, but it's getting a reservation because you see that it's booked for the next 5 years.
But we got a spot, so it's okay.
We have to
That's
commit
nice.
now. We have to commit
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah. We got all dressed up and we're going somewhere nice.
I'm never
always
dressed up.
Nice.
Perfect. One is always dressed up. I'm never dressed up.
Okay, so someone comes through the door at the far end.
Oh, not the door.
Not the far end.
Just
Not someone. Is it some
Just-
guy?
walks up to you. It's not some guy. I wish it was. And just walks up to you.
My name is some guy forend.
There's an NPC in Another Eden who's consistently just called some guy in the subtitles. It's always the same sprite, and his name is always some guy.
So the
It's
story
so
behind it is
funny.
that originally the translators just had it as a placeholder and then just didn't update it,
Yeah,
and it came out.
That's
no,
awesome.
he's some guy. They jokingly announced him as a gacha character for One Elf Fools. When you use him, you just win the game. And also the main character in his sub-story finally gets a permanent ship. Because they have... Aldo does not have any love interest in the game.
Some
For
guy is
various
entering
reasons.
Smash.
Sometimes he gets temporarily shipped with some other character, but that usually resolves before the storyline ends.
And now he's shipped with some guy.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah.
Close. Anyway, you should play another Eden. It's good.
Yeah.
Hello. You're being talked to by, well, to fit the overall style of the restaurant, a, nine-tailed fox lady, you assume? In a kimono. Good
In a kimono?
Yes.
Aeneas gets up and greets her.
Hi, hi. We are tourists.
I can tell.
That
This is
We
the
have
only
fish.
vaguely Asian restaurant map that I have. So
well,
yeah.
I see red trees outside, so
Yeah.
yeah. It's that one week in April.
It is kind of mixed. Yeah. Yeah, please follow me, and I will get you to your seat, to
Gladly.
your table.
Wee.
And they lead you back out.
Sitting on an outside platform.
5.
5.
Yes.
I'm right behind you.
I'm right behind you. Where the frack did Illumhyr go? There it is.
I don't know. Somewhere.
That's not a plot point.
Planet disappeared.
Yeah, just deleted. Yeet.
Got lost in tabs.
God had too many tabs open and accidentally dropped it.
Yep. Happens to the best of us. Let's see if I have something restaurant-y really quickly, but I doubt it. That's a bar that has a corpse in it. That's not the correct map. Oh god, it's so many maps. It's lagging.
Lag.
League.
League?
League.
The leg of Zelda.
The
League.
Lake of Sick.
The leg of snake. Sneak
The
League.
Legend of Legend.
The Legend of Legend.
Okay, so
Nope. I don't have a restaurant map. I only have this. This is where we eat now.
Okay.
So yeah, you're kind of being led out into this Zen garden type area. Carefully treading on some stones that are placed into the sand. And you're being led to a set of tables. You see that they weren't lying, and literally every other table is taken.
How's the clientele looking?
Mixed, honestly. There appears to be definitely some, like, executive types here that appear to have a very, like, serious business dinner at the moment. But there also appears just some more leisurely clothed people here that just appear to finally have gotten their reservation and are treating themselves to a nice dinner.
5 is going to quietly say to Sharp, we could potentially overhear some fun things if you were to sneak around.
Melva didn't understand you correctly.
Give
at first.
me a stealth roll, please.
Yes. I didn't realize that 5 has proficiency in stealth.
Okay, that's good enough.
How does a 23 treat me? Awesome.
Only
for Melva,
he hears you.
For Melva, what 5 said was we could potentially overhear some interesting things if we were to poke around. The clientele look connected, is what I mean.
He answers also quietly, do you think that people will wait for 5 years just to spill some beans in a random restaurant?
I mean, I meant more we could find out, like, who some of these clientele are, and if one of them happens to be related to something in the tower, then that could potentially offer us an opportunity to convince someone to get us in with our target. Right?
Well, the possibility is not zero. DM,
Yeah.
how many millions live in this city?
Yes. See, because this demiplane was only big enough to bring back one planet, the planet is currently actually overcrowded because you also had to relocate everyone who was off planet here.
Oh.
But this is still a restaurant that caters to people who are. I guess if it's just patience based,
Yeah.
then it doesn't actually matter.
It's nice though, so it does draw the more influential people.
I imagine an Instagram influencer.
That actually would fit into the description. Yeah,
It's
probably
basically
someone just
all Instagram
vlogging.
influencers.
There's actually someone in like a back table. They strategically put them as far away as possible from everyone else, just annoyingly vlogging about their food. In this like TikTok vlogging voice. Hey guys, today we are eating at the sushi restaurant in the Central Tower. And oh my god, look at this fish. Isn't it just the best fish you have ever seen?
That's kappa maki. It doesn't even have fish, ma'am.
Shut up! Get out of my video! I'm gonna have to cut this out later.
Also,
you're lucky I'm
technically,
not
maybe-
live.
I thought you were just streaming live. Oh, you're not.
Also, technically, maybe named and titled people might have priority reservation.
You don't
That's
know
true.
Would consider that.
Yeah,
Might
probably.
be. That is just an idea Sayal has.
CL is smart.
CL
That's
is
not
like
smart.
the smartest of us.
Ciel's lucky.
Lucky to have a good thought once in a while, or what?
Lucky guesses.
We have one brain cell in between the three of us, and CL seems to have it more often than others.
Anyways, I wanna look out over the. We're outside, right? On like a platform.
Well, no, you are inside.
Okay. It sounded like they let us
It
outside.
just looks like and feels like the outside because there's like artificial climate in here.
Ah. Then I wanna go up to a window and open my. If there's one.
There's no windows.
I asked for a window seat. God damn it.
Well, there's maybe a glass wall, but no window, right?
Yeah, there's no window. You're seated near the glass wall, indeed.
Is
Exactly
a glass
that.
wall a window?
If you can't open
No.
it, it's just
Yes.
glass.
Yeah.
Then it's a glass
So it's
facade.
useless.
A glassard.
So,
Snoke.
with that, my plan is out of the window. Literally, because we don't have window.
What was your plan?
I have wings.
Yes.
I thought they served sushi here.
I can have sushi at Sheiks from Shadows.
What?
I
can have sushi at Sheiks from Shadows.
That's true. We can have sushi at Seeks from Shadows. I'm gonna get ramen.
Do you have rice?
And I'm going to slurp it obnoxiously.
Nice.
Well, that's good etiquette, right?
Yes.
So, can I assume that we all have now something to eat and can enter the conversation part of a meal?
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of get food.
Yeah.
Food appears.
We still haven't talked to Seeks from Shadows about the magic sigil we found in that neighborhood.
I thought we had shared it with.
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we should definitely do that.
But yeah, we should definitely do that. But I don't know what the next step is if she can't find not suspect. I don't want to call her suspect. She was suspicious, but
Sassy.
yeah. What's the next step here?
If she can't find the suspect / the suspicious person, the sassy baka, then we would try to decipher the sigil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And the
that's
best place to get that information first is Seeks from Shadows, right?
yeah.
Unless my voice says something different, then yes.
Can you get your voice to talk somehow, or
No.
it just talks when it wants to and only then?
Yes, it's like a friend. They show up if they want to.
But you can call friends.
Well, I prefer friends
No, who would call friends?
announce their visit.
Who would call friends? Nobody calls each other. What are you talking about?
It's rude.
You see each other if you see each other.
That's horrendous.
Okay, Boomer.
All right, then. I guess since it keeps on coming to me, I'll go ahead and send a message to Seeks from Shadows and go, "Hey, I know I've been asking a lot recently. How are you? Are you doing well? Can I get you anything from this awesome restaurant we're at? I can bring back something. It would be great."
Behind Five's back, Anais is going to text Seeks from Shadows that Five is going to ask something that could very well be very confidential.
I see. What restaurant are you at?
Sushi
and
restaurant.
she takes a selfie of the three of us at the restaurant and sends it.
Wow.
Oh, we should take a selfie and send it.
Ooh,
And yes,
the nice
do a selfie
place.
with us.
The nice one.
You can afford this?
Yes.
Actually, yes. Surprisingly enough, we seem like hobos, but
Also, even more
Well,
importantly, you got a seat?
yeah, right? Do you want to come by?
I mean,
Is there
it's
another space for? Is there a space for a fourth? Yeah, there's a space for a fourth at this table.
Yeah, that's actually space for 2 more people. 3 more if you really want to. Big table.
Excuse me.
Do you want to come join us for lunch?
I'm going to eat a boiled egg.
Nice.
Egg.
Iggy.
Eggy.
Yeah.
Eggy.
But yeah, if
Moo juice.
is joining us, then we'll be eating slowly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll take our time.
Yeah, you have 2 more people you could actually invite if you wanted to.
We do.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
still 2 other people here with you.
Your husband and the
Your husband.
Aura. And the Aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. Let's do that. Let's ping him.
Oh, what my husband has been up up to these past.
I send a message to Nathaniel and go, "Hey, do you want to see your boy?" And then I send the same selfie. Drop by the central tower on the restaurant floor at the top and like come and have sushi with us.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Okay.
Bring the NPCs. This is a classic D&D move. If you don't know what to do, gather your friendly NPCs and ask them, because that is how the DM gets to talk to you.
Otherwise, you just sit here and like, ooh, drama.
I can fill a session with dialogue
Yeah, easy.
if there's something to talk about.
Okay.
That's kind of my favorite thing about D&D, to be in a different role and just speak to people who
Is
also play.
anyone inviting Aura?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And he is with-
So it takes a cool 15 minutes, and your 3 bestest friends in this specific world gather. That is something that is true for all of your characters, because that's the only 3 people you know.
Yes.
Well, we met those kids.
Oh, whoa.
Also, I think it's plausible that Corey's
just being
benefactor
rude.
is on this plane sometimes.
What is on display?
Corey's, not Corey's.
Yes. No, Cookie.
CL's benefactor.
Rarely. But also Corey's benefactor, yeah. You still need to get
Yeah.
that tattoo.
No, that's from Fi, not from Denise.
Yeah, but they are also
Right.
here sometimes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so it takes about 15 minutes until friends have gathered.
While they're doing that, while they're showing up, I'm going to add some like star stickers and hearts and rainbows and stuff, and then post the selfie to my Instagram.
It's not talking anymore, huh?
So are they coming in all at once, or do they trickle in?
They kind of happen to enter the restaurant in quick succession.
Because Nathaniel
Right.
has never seen Seas from Shadows, neither has Aura.
That's fine. We'll introduce them.
Yeah, that's no
And we
problem.
didn't tell Seas from Shadows that we were inviting 2 more.
Ah.
That's fine. We'll tell her.
I mean, Sheepy is first. I was like, hi! Can't
Hi,
believe you've
we've
got
got
a
2 more
spot
friends
here.
coming.
You must have
Yeah,
lucked
yeah.
into a table or something.
We really did.
Yes.
You can thank CL for that. Had the wherewithal to go and ask for a table, and they were just like, yeah, we just had a cancellation, so we just lucked into it.
It's what I do. I cancel stuff.
Anyway,
What?
I can.
Imagine
Huh?
Imagine waiting 5 years just to cancel.
Right?
It
I mean,
happens
if
all
they
the
got
time.
sick,
And good.
No, sometimes people just get
I'm sure with a
busy.
wait list like that. Yeah, or like the person that they were intending to come with is no longer a strong connection of theirs
Yeah, it happens.
for
Love can
one
happen in
reason
5
or
years.
another.
Now, you
So-
see, the reason why why you book entire tables with up to 6 seats is because it's a 5-year waitlist, and you can then just bring whoever after those
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's a smart solution.
Anyway, so she gets seated and kind of gets herself some food. Okay, so what do you want to talk about?
So, well, we were, while we were trying to, do the thing that we were talking about at your apartment, we ran into these weird marks that I think only I could see. And so I connected the dots between them, and it formed this real weird kind of mark. And then I show her a scribble of it on my phone.
Ooh.
We already know it's a war spell.
Ooh, I was gonna ask what that is.
And it was big. It was across an entire section of town that hasn't been repaired.
And we were brought there by some teenagers who were asked to trash that place by a mysterious person.
Ooh, the plot thickens. Exciting.
Yeah, right? It's a really thick plot. Like, who
Double
sees?
High five!
High five.
Finger guns.
Hey. Yeah. This is something.
So, when we announced, we didn't even identify the kind of magic before one person of that teenager group behaved kind of sus.
Oh no,
And-
you probably wouldn't have any luck with that.
Hmm?
This is ancient runic magic. Your magic teachings don't even account for this stuff. So you wouldn't be able to identify a school because it has none.
Oh.
Even
How
if I
did
knew
you-
it, I didn't go to school.
How did we know that it was war magic?
Because the voice is in my head.
Oh, right.
So then how do
I-
we find out more?
Aeneas is just shocked that he
well.
gave the voice in Denise? No.
Denise's head.
Inspiration and is now wondering if it wasn't war magic and the voice is just fucking with us.
Between this and the fact that our NPC table says that Kori exists in universe.
Yes. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past Denise to just like
I thought you were gonna go for I
Become
wouldn't put it past Kori.
I wouldn't put it past Denise to become involved in our campaign.
Yeah.
In a much more direct way.
I wouldn't put it past Kori to just have a pact with an eldritch being and then telling us about it.
Wait, real life Corey?
Yeah, real life Kori.
Yes. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past Corey to secretly have incepted themselves into base storytelling.
I actually have a real life pact with Denise anyway.
Obviously. But aside from that,
I still love that bad plush that you posted, Eddie.
yeah. That is
Yeah,
just Denise.
it's coming.
That is just Denise as a plush.
I know that Denise was originally a black bat, but just it's so cute and like
Yeah.
it's just the looking at it going like, you're evil, but I can't be mad at you. You're cute.
Come on, a lot can
That is
happen
perfect.
a lot can happen in 100 years.
One VTuber I really like has is really successful with his plushies. Like, he has 2 best-selling plushies already. And one is the emotional support
You're
demon.
talking about the click. I knew it.
Yeah, the click.
I knew it!
He has
Emotional support demon.
he broke the record of makeship.
Yeah.
No plushie ever has sold so much than this emotional support demon. And his previous plushie was already so immensely popular that it was copied by Chinese factories
Yeah.
that really fucked that plush up.
Which is weird, like, okay, there's probably copyright issues, but you can buy the makeshift plushies with the production template. It's not hard to steal the design, you can buy it.
Yeah.
Like, as a PDF.
You wouldn't download the plushie.
And I was so close.
I
to
would download a plushie if
ordering.
I could.
Absolutely.
I was so close to ordering the emotional support plushie before it ran out. Before the time window closed, but I was like, it's $34 plus another €6 of shipping, and I don't
handling.
have that kind of money right now.
Yeah. I did buy Joe Cat's, I think, Mage Gobble. Back in the
Joe-Cat's
day.
gobbles.
I
have
need-
perfect designs.
I need Blaha.
Heh.
Blaha?
I need it. Blaha. It is the trans shark. It's the shark isn't trans, it's just trans people love it.
Oh, the IKEA
And I
shark.
don't-
Oh, the IKEA.
Yeah.
The one that has its own subreddit.
Yes.
Yes. And it's perfect and I need it.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, in Hi-Fi Rush, there's a scene where Chai dresses up as specifically Left Shark.
Yes.
That shark.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, makeshift is great. Actually,
Yeah.
my gobbo arrived with a tear on one of the seams, and instead of just like sending me instructions on how to fix it, they just sent me another one.
You have 2 gobbos.
I
One
actually
that
gave
is
the
broken,
broken
the
one
other
to
who
Nies.
says, I can fix him.
I gave the broken one to Niesh, and she sewed him and kept him as a gift.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But it's like, I didn't expect them to just send me another plushie.
I own currently 3 plushies in my home. One is a Poro from Bayern. The other one is a spring-themed Bulbasaur.
Nice.
And the other one is a Charmander from my brother.
The Bulbasaur is also from Bayern. I know, because I have one.
Yeah.
Mine has
Oh.
mine
I
is a... I never unwrapped it, but mine's a pumpkin.
Oh, yeah, cool. Mine's a
Bulbasaur is-
flower. Mine looks like what's fine evolution here? Venusaur. Like Venusaur, just like in Digimon, just devolved into the Bulbasaur form,
it.
but kept the flower.
Okay, so
okay.
you kind of eat and have a little chit chat. And like, okay, so where would you get this information? The best call would be to ask someone who actually fought in the war.
But do those people exist?
Yeah, the war for us has been 50 years ago.
Oh. So there are
Any
people right
pointers
now
as-
living who have fought in the war and were eradicated by the
Stuff.
thing,
Yes.
and then were brought back. So there were. Oh no. There have to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There would be a bunch of people who have very recent memories of a war that apparently happened 4,000 years ago. Myself included, although it didn't fight in it actively. I know a few people who did.
Has the war ever finished? No, right?
Well, it ended.
But it was finished by a lot of people not existing anymore, probably.
Yeah.
But weren't the gods involved?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? I mean, we lost, that's why you're here.
Yeah, but where are the gods?
Probably hiding.
From what?
Oh, that's a long story. It's a long story.
Okay.
Also, a story better told by a friend of mine.
A friend of yours.
Friend fought in the war.
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk to this friend of yours?
I don't know, I think they're busy right now. You know, with governing and stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Governing. So, like one of the people who survived the apocalypse?
Yeah.
Who are you?
She Six from Shadows.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. He looks very
Well,
it tries to
Given
stand
that-
with the soul.
given that what you just said was that it's only been 50 years, there should be rather a lot of people who were alive then. But you're connected to some of the most important ones.
It happens.
It was 6, right? Who survived? I'm
Eight.
not 8. Yeah.
Well,
This history is
9
not the be-
technically. But that one's dead.
Okay.
He got killed 100 years ago. Because he tried to
Aw.
end your world.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
He was killed because he tried to end our world.
you get like a really CL from that. Doesn't it look like
Okay. Why isn't that taught anywhere?
I don't know.
Isn't that like important historical knowledge?
It would be taught if it was.
Maybe they wanted to keep it on the down low? I don't know.
But instead we have to learn the exact years of mining operations. I'm upset.
Yeah. I don't know what your
See?
education is like.
Good thing I didn't went to school.
Perfect. Good. That explains a lot. How are you so good at accounting?
I told you I'm lucky.
I'm lucky enough to get the numbers right every time. No, honestly.
I don't know why anyone trusts me.
Okay, let's
Well,
be
the
real.
calculations are incorrect, but the result is correct, so...
Let's be real. Basic accounting work does not require anything other than basic math and like some
Yeah.
knowledge of the form, and then you can do it. It's not hard.
And CL was in a lot of
Yeah,
jobs already.
yeah.
He's not school smart, he's street smart.
I am currently in a class with people who are about 40 to 50. Most of people are like 40 to 50, and they are learning Excel. And I'm sitting there. But,
Excelling at it.
and they are struggling with equals, sum, parentheses, matrix.
I
parentheses.
struggle with that too, but that's usually because I'm too used to intelligent development environments that I forget the closing brackets.
I have special permission to not partake in that class and just to do whatever I please because I'm very obviously far ahead of the class.
Reminds me of my English class when I was becoming an educator. My English teacher was just like, as long as you do something on the PC that's in English, I don't care. Sometimes translate for me and then we're good. She was from some different country, so she sometimes struggled with the German.
Nice.
Okay. Whenever someone says some and waits a second, my mind auto completes it to body.
Once told me.
Somebody once told me. Okay.
It's so
bad. Now that
That's
we reached
correct.
this point in the conversation, your husband joins you and goes, "Fuck! What was his voice? His voice was really deep."
Yeah, he's very big.
Yeah.
Imagine talking like Aeneas.
I'm not even talking like Aeneas.
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 Sorry that I'm bad at pronouncing names. That are weird.
Aeneas Sharpie.
The text-to-speech calls Aeneas Enos.
Enos. Who doesn't love it?
Hey, Uncle Nate.
Enos.
Enos.
How's it going, Uncle Nate?
Hey, how are you doing?
Actually, pretty well. I have changed my body, and now I can feel things again.
Ooh, interesting. Well, it does suit you.
It was an uncomfortable experience going through it, but yeah,
Uncomfortable.
Why?
How?
You remember, DL, you remember how I kind of burst into a lot of tears and like made weird sounds and shit for a couple of minutes? Yeah, I
No.
felt a lot of things in one moment.
Ah, that does kind of make sense. Anyway, I'll just move this chair and
So, what are you doing actually here? Well, we invited you, of course. Hi.
What are you up to? Is I think what
Yeah.
Aeneas wants
just
to be
so
asked.
What have you done in the city so far?
Yeah. How
Oh,
have you
fun.
been?
I've spent most of my day at the library. There is no open information exchange, so some of the research documents over here are hard to come by on our end. And I know, crap, I can't reach the register that we was in today. It was lower.
Yeah.
And then 5 is going to play the time-honored game of Have you met Shadows?
Aeneas,
So this
No,
is Seas from Shadows.
I haven't.
Aeneas wants to lead and whisper to Nathaniel. She spoke to you.
Who spoke to who?
5. Yeah, it's weird.
I have spoken to Nathaniel over the time that we've lived together, just not a lot.
Yeah. And that was very casual.
Yeah.
Like, hi, how are you? Oh, da, da, da. And it's like not like business.
Yeah,
This
Not
is our
business casual.
that's fair.
This is our
So, like-
benefactor.
So Aeneas is like so.
Anyways, Shadow's Kiss. Hi. Oh, hello.
Yeah, this is the person we owe this trip to.
Oh, how lovely.
This is the person who hacked us.
Well, thank you for the research, the research opportunity.
Getting to know each other would potentially be useful to you because Shadow seems to be someone who can find out things.
And who knows a lot of people.
Well, I am currently looking into my issues.
Yeah.
I haven't had the chance to have a medical examination yet. That would be my next option, but I'm not getting my hopes up that that will yield any results that I don't already
Wait.
know.
Wait, are you sick?
He's
In a wheelchair.
yeah.
I know that's just yeah.
Yes, I have a work-related affliction.
Prosthetics are really good here.
I'd rather keep my legs if I can.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
Get better soon.
Well, prosthetics would be losing to 7C. He immediately stops before telling anything further. And switches to how are the people treating you here?
Oh,
Seeing someone in a wheelchair in our times is
they
weird
are.
enough.
Well, apathetic to endearing, mostly. Either they don't care why I'm in a wheelchair, or they ask really awkward but really sweet questions. Like if they
Sounds
can
like at home.
help me get around. There happens to be a few synths that use wheels instead of legs for their chassis, so getting around town isn't actually too bad.
They have rams.
They have ramps. See, I thought about it.
It's really nice that there are accessibility guidelines in Utopia.
Yeah. Obviously.
Every Utopia, the stairway to heaven has ramps.
That is something I honestly don't understand, why so many utopic stories are like, no, why would anyone choose to have, a disability? Obviously, the world doesn't need to be accessible. And, no, I'm sure some people would choose to live with it and need accessibility stuff.
Well,
Yeah, it's not just choose to live with it, as there are two presuppositions here. One is that you can't not choose, or the other is that there is legitimately a good reason why someone might need to why someone might want to move differently.
Yeah.
Also, at some point, it becomes part of your identity, and giving that up is giving up part of yourself.
That's what I meant. It's I don't understand why so many utopic fiction kind of assumes that Utopia is filled with normative humans and nothing else. That doesn't make sense.
I've read somewhere a Utopia where everyone was super sexy, and I was like, by whose standards?
Was it a book by Heinlein?
No, it wasn't, but
It wasn't?
that very well could have been.
Everyone is super sexy.
Yeah. I just brought that up because after last session when you were gone, we watched an OSP video about A Stranger in a Strange World by Heinlein.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know about the book, but yeah, it's very 60s.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly that.
Yeah.
Heinlein is a problem.
Yeah, he is.
Just another reminder that literature that means nothing. People say, oh yeah, that's a classic. Classics mean nothing. I mean, not literate at all, but classics means nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well. But yeah, it's nice to be able to get around. Again, I've spent most of this day in the library just kind of reading. It's fascinating how much is actually available, free access. You just need to get here, which is the hard part.
I know that might be a stretch, but have you ever heard of war magic?
Well, not in the library at least.
Do you
Because we
want to
kind
hear
of
about war magic?
Ah?
My
I said, do you want to hear about war magic?
Well, it sounds interesting, but I'm a doctor, not a warmonger. Eric Warmonger!
Milkman.
Well, it was worth a shot.
God damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor.
We found sigils and a weird... Yeah, it was worth a shot. Maybe it was something that Seven's into something.
No, they definitely haven't.
No, it's not the kind of topic either.
Well, they would probably be interested in it, at least the old one. They did peddle weapons to insurgency
True.
groups.
I remember.
And, well, if I grasp the context correctly, war magic, probably not from any of our wars, would probably sell for a pretty dime over in our world.
Yeah.
The
Well-
food's good, right?
The foot?
The foods.
The food.
Food?
Fed. Forward. English is weird.
English is weird.
Sona, explain. Why?
I cannot.
I learned English with a Scottish teacher in school who spoke as well as he could British pronunciation. I watched a lot of YouTube videos by an Australian YouTuber, and we spoke a lot of British English at school. And then YouTube came, and I watched a lot of American videos, and now my accent is ass.
Nice. Very good.
And I'm not sure what kind of language or what kind of accents I'm currently picking my vocabulary from.
Nice.
So as I put, it's for me like food.
Food. Yeah. So.
I have a very German accent
Yeah,
in
it
English.
is lovely. Is this real meat?
It actually is.
Whoa.
Well, some people would say it's fish and not meat, but
Well, those people are pedantic, and I frankly don't care for them.
I love you.
Yes. Shallow and pedantic.
Well, this is kind of goes on. You keep talking about how good the fish is, and how good the ramen bowl is, I guess.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the bowl is more delicious than the ramen, right?
Yes.
That's why my mind went.
Amazing. Like, every time like someone gets me thinking about Marvel and then Doctor comes up, I need to think of this one scene in Doctor Strange where the villain of the first movie, Caecilius, is in the like room, and it goes like, "Who are you, Mr. Doctor? Mr. Doctor? No, it's
Mr.
Strange.
Doctor?
Who am I to judge? Like,
Yes.
he's a villain, but he has standards."
The best Marvel movies are the funny ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good scene. Anyway, Aura enters the room.
Aura!
Oh,
My favorite person.
Ah.
Who are you?
the other Dr. Sharp. Dr. Sharp and Sharp.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Aura.
It's an extremely sharp table over here.
I reserved a spot next to me for you.
Ooh, is that a new body I see?
No, I never checked my body.
How did you know? I was really careful to try and match the previous configuration.
Oh, you don't radiate energy anymore like an open faucet.
That's true. Yeah. It feels pretty good, actually.
I'd imagine.
Almost like Five kind of takes a gulp. She says almost like and then cuts herself off and then stops that sentence. Aware of the present company. Which is not something she would have done a few days ago.
Yeah. So Aura kind of sits down at the table, looks over at Shadows, and like, "Oh, you must be Seeks from Shadows, the gifted hacker. I've read about you." And Shadows just goes, "Yes." And it's like a look on her face, like, "A rival."
Yeah, she arrived.
A rival, in fact.
A_rival.
Rival of a rival.
My life,
I love that we
life.
went to the same place, Faye. A_rival.
Yeah. Lies disguise. He is. Truth Canon is a good album. Well,
Seeks from
Cool.
Shadows is really cool and lives in an Edge Runner apartment.
oh, I'd love to see it.
Aura is pretty cool and promised me to give me more wings if I pay her.
Yes.
Pay her. Not beg her.
Thank you.
Peg Chimp. I should take
Oh, you
my-
understood that one. I thought you said understood with B, not with P.
No, peg.
I should take my medicine before I derail anything further.
Pegging. Pegging
I
for
mean-
mercy.
I mean, if it makes the wings, if it makes the wings cheaper, I accept. Aura, but
I feel like my stream is slowly becoming a Shenpai stream, and I don't actually hate that.
Yeah, just say the word peg some
Yeah.
more, and it's basically the same.
I need to like talk about how I want to peg every stupid video game character, and then I'm basically Shenpai. I already am German, so
Yeah,
Champa,
but you don't live
yeah,
in Hesse.
Shenpai's German.
What?
Yeah,
You're already halfway there.
Her father is American, so that's why she can speak
Yeah.
English that well.
yeah. She was raised bilingual, but she is German.
Granted, I don't know a lot about Champa. I saw like maybe one or two clips.
There's a try not to laugh video of hers where she listens to a Gronk song, and then she goes, "Habe ich grad Pimmel abgehört?" And then the entire chat outs themselves as German.
Yeah.
Wait, what did that mean?
Dick off.
Wee.
Literally dick
Ah.
off. It's in a very obscure song by a very famous German Let's Player called Gronk, who got his break when Minecraft started getting big.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was basically the German Captain Sparkles.
Yeah, I guess that works. Just not from the energy, but just from the content.
Yeah. He's very wholesome man, like incredibly wholesome. And exceptionally nice. Which is a very refreshing thing because before the people with the most views, with the most subscribers were usually asses.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what you been talking about, other than the food, which looks amazing? What is this,
We
real
can talk-
salmon?
Without salmonella.
I hope so.
We were talking about wall magic.
Which wall? There's been a few.
I don't know which wall. We just know it's wall magic. Maybe, probably. The voice in my head said it.
Who knows? Maybe it's war magic.
Yeah, she's also sometimes hard to hear, so it could be wall magic.
Well, that's tough to swallow.
I hate
don't have to eat it.
but I love it.
I hate myself so much.
Anyone got pictures about the war magic?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. With a W or with a V?
Would Aeneas have pictures of that? I don't think so. I think the pictures he would save on his phone are mostly like
I'd imagine he has
medical diagrams and maps.
Well, I'd imagine, like any medical personnel, actually, he would have at least one folder of, look at these weird surgery cases I had. Look at this strange wound.
That's a breach of privacy.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
No.
My coworker back in at Subway actually was a voluntary firefighter and rescue personnel, and he was in a Facebook group where people actively shared weird injuries they found in the field when taking an ambulance to someone.
So that's actually different because a paramedic is not a doctor.
Yeah.
So they are bound by different rules. But, however, it is true that, okay, hi stream, I'm trans, I have had surgery, and when you are looking for trans surgeries, you actually do want to get an idea of what results look like, and so surgeons have pictures of past of their past work on their website, and they're incredibly clinical. There's nothing like there's nothing identifying about the pictures, so it's not like you could look at them and be like, oh hey, I know who that one belongs to. That's not really possible, but yeah, there are totally pictures of bits of flesh that have to do with past work. You have to sign a release form though.
Yeah. And if you work in the medical field, you're not grossed out by any of this, so you having pictures of like weird cases on your personal device would not be out of the question.
Yes.
Because you're like fascinated by, how did this bone break 13 times? Just the x-ray? But yeah, anyway. That would probably be on Aeneas' phone. Just like the recent few cases, because you just needed to take a picture for reference and work on it or something.
I would imagine when a person who deletes pictures if he doesn't need them anymore.
Gasp.
When I had so I have actually had multiple surgeries. One of the surgeries I had, the doctor in the office just like brought up charts of other patients to show me what their results looked like, and technically that is so wrong for him to have done, because literally, like, if he had clicked badly, I would have been able to see patient names as well as picture. So like that is a very, very bad practice, but it is something that mostly people that are working on exterior features do.
Bark.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to interrupt. I will mute myself. It could be louder for a bit here.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's all. My story's over.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I was, circumspect enough not to be like gross or anything.
Yeah,
Whatever.
But Aeneas will show with.
Hold on. Before we end the topic on that note, this is an 18+ stream. If anyone watching is grossed out by this story, grow up. Okay, now we can continue.
Aeneas doesn't really hide, but I think he doesn't need to hide his feelings towards Aura, and he's like very hesitant, like, yes, here is a picture of the fucking sigil that 5 traced. Ring any bells?
No, I haven't seen this before. Looks fun though. I'd wager it's defensive. Probably cloaking spell.
How come?
Well, this is runic magic. It's kind of lost art, but it's integral to my work. And this pattern, it just kind of doesn't read as an offensive spell to me.
Wait, and that makes sense. That someone sent people there to make to do chaos, to destroy stuff. If you can destroy the sigils, wouldn't something be uncloaked that was cloaked right now?
Ooh. DL, really? Why are you the smartest of us?
Why is your
I'm
int
the
so
luckiest.
low?
Because intelligence is knowing stuff, wisdom is figuring stuff out.
But your wisdom is also not that high.
Well, does it matter?
Yeah.
I still
CL is
my lack of
incredibly
things.
intuitive.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. That kind of reads like that to me. But to be sure, we need to either break it and find out, or, well,
That sounds like a good idea.
Fuck
Yeah.
around.
figure out who drew it in the first place. I mean, if I read these history, I guess, not really books, it's not been that long for these people, but history documents correctly, if there's been a full-scale, like, plane-wide war 4,000 years ago, then parts of the planet being fully changed for that war purpose makes sense.
Yeah.
So the best course of action we have is to talk to someone who has seen the war, right?
But
Well, most people here have seen the war, but not a lot of us have actually fought in it.
Also,
So,
if runic
that's
magic
fine.
is a lost art, and even lost to the times here.
No, we
Who
very
had-
much use it.
Oh.
It's just lost to you because, yeah. You kind of didn't figure it out again.
But the war magic, this kind of magic, is still not known.
Well, for defensive reasons, the specifics of the spells were kept secret. So that if any
Gotcha.
enemies spied on our networks, they couldn't figure out the nature of these. They are also intentionally cryptic. You could probably reach the same effect with a much simpler sigil.
Right.
But knowledge is valuable.
Yeah,
If
kinda.
the other person doesn't know what spell it is, they can't plan a course of action.
And
Also,
knowing
if
is half
it's-
the battle.
If it's an offensive sigil, and you usually only have a few seconds to figure out what the spell does before it hits you, this
Yeah.
even low level of obfuscation might be the difference between, well, hurting the enemy or not.
So we don't need to speak to someone who fought in the war. We also need to find a person who had the security clearance.
Yeah,
Do you know someone, Shadow Seeker? She Thief from Shadows?
still yes.
Do you want to introduce us to someone?
Same person.
Yeah, awesome. Then if we could be introduced, if you could make the introduction.
Again, they are
that would be
probably
really-
busy. It might take a while.
I mean, you can tell
Do
them I
we-
have a voice in my head.
Well, the problem is most of our defensive technology was on the other planets, so we've spent the last few decades trying to, bolster our defenses again in case someone has the bright idea to start the war up for the second round.
Yeah, but isn't this planet, like, isolated?
So is the entire plane. They didn't come from our universe.
So why would you have these sigils here and not on the...
Oh, it's probably left over. Have you seen the... You've sent me pictures. You've seen the neighborhood. Does that look like recent neighborhood to you?
That's a good point.
Depends on where you come from.
And where did you go?
Where did you come from?
Cotton Eye Joe.
At this point, I'm not even filtering it in.
I think we're running into an issue where we have enough information to know we know enough to know that we have to deal with something, and we know enough to know how that thing is structured, but we don't have enough specifics to be able to act on all of the knowledge that we have. And so we're trying to narrow it down to get ourselves... I think that the safety of this plane and the material plane are at stake here. So if there's anything you can do to put us in touch with your contact, I mean, you could start by sending them that room and see what they say, whether they'd be interested in meeting with us. I think we could go over our findings, and if you find them trustworthy, then I'll trust you on that. We could go over all of the things that we've learned about 7th season on the material plane and this cult on this plane, and at least try to come to a plan of some kind, because so far we've been pretty reactive and we don't know what to do actively.
Well, you could try breaking the sigil and seeing what happens. Or you could wait around a few days while I try to figure something out.
Breaking the sigil seems very rash for something that doesn't pose immediate danger.
But it also seems really
Well,
fun.
so if it's a cloaking sigil like you supposed, and we break it, then it might reveal something that's been hidden. And that could be really interesting. But also, wouldn't it be very easy for them to have done something to at least warn themselves if the sigil is broken?
Depends on who constructed it. You still haven't figured out the most important part, which is why were those teenage friends of yours sent to trash the place in the first place? Were they supposed to hide the sigil or break it?
They were supposed to break it.
Very likely they were supposed to break.
That's actually an assumption. We don't know. It hadn't occurred to me that they might have been trying to hide the sigil. The sigil was already pretty well hidden, though.
I mean, last time I already said that they might be breaking stuff for the reason that they're hiding the sigils.
Yeah.
That was when we were in the city.
But the sigil was already pretty well hidden.
Yeah. You could only barely find it.
So
Yeah.
either the mysterious person wants to destroy the sigil or want it to be protected. And we would have to toss a coin whether we play into the hands or not.
I mean, the other part is that we don't know whether this mysterious person is working for the cult or against the cult.
Or even part of the cult.
Well, I can only say one thing. If this really is wartime cloaking magic, there's no way you're getting inside whatever that thing's hiding without breaking it.
Yeah.
What if I'm really good at hide and seek?
No, these are not visual cloaking mechanisms. They are actually spatial cloaking.
So being good at hide and seek is not enough.
No.
Okay.
Let's break it. Is it a
Can we get the kids to break it?
If it is something that could retaliate, I would not have others do it for me. At least in my opinion.
No, just put the kids in danger. It's great.
They
Do the
were
exact opposite of your last campaign.
They were already breaking stuff there for the reasons of probably destroying a sigil.
The thing is, putting kids into danger, and maybe even in mortal danger, is not something my character wants to repeat.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
And he's a reminder of that at his side.
Okay.
So, do you think breaking it is a good idea?
I always think breaking things is a good idea.
I think it would be. I guess the real question is, can we afford to wait?
I mean, I have money.
I think we could potentially wait a couple of days, but I don't know. We don't know what kind of timeline these plans are on.
Timeline, even?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Pretend I said that.
Also, there's still the mystery of the suspicious girl.
Right.
Maybe
Any of you guys can go into the lower administrative area in this tower?
I would propose that we wait for her. Maybe she is returning to the side. Maybe she isn't.
Shadow Seeker question.
Yeah.
Does any of these guys in this restaurant have an ID card to the lower administrative area?
That's a weird question to ask me off the bat. I don't know.
Ha, bad.
I mean.
Maybe.
Did you want to say something, Sona, or not?
No, I'm
Okay.
I'm trying to think, but my brain is not really working super well.
Your brain is not syncy right now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
So we could go to the sigil right next morning
Yeah,
and destroy it.
yeah.
Or we could wait without sleep
Mm.
for the girl to show up again
Mm.
and be lucky to follow her undetected again,
Mm.
in hope that she will do something even more suspicious and not follow her daily schedule. So one of these things is very likely to have some effect, and the other is a number of assumptions that have to line up.
Right.
And both of them are.
Well,
We should destroy the sigil.
Campaign over.
Have I ever said anything bad so far?
I gotta say, I'm kind of inclined to agree that we should destroy the sigils, but I think we can afford to wait to make that move to see if there's anything else that we can learn real quick, like in the short term.
Yeah. Once destroyed, the sigil cannot be rebuilt without knowledge.
Right.
And before we make any glaring mistake, there isn't an immediate time deadline.
Right.
But there is a fun line. At which point it is less fun.
Well,
True. I mean, you could just go, I'm going to make problems on purpose and go and break things, but,
the responsible person in me is telling me to agree with 5. But it really
the impatient person in me disagrees with me. So,
Impatience is no virtue.
So we could go with the everyone gets 3 votes for what we are doing. So you can disagree with yourself.
yes. I do disagree with myself. On
also
principle.
But also disagreeing with yourself,
Yeah.
So I put all my 3 votes into destroying the sigils because it is a funny option.
I am going to put 2 votes into waiting to find out more, and 1 vote into destroying the sigil. So now it is 4-2.
I'm going to shovel more of this delicious sushi into my mouth.
That is a valid approach to life.
Yeah.
So, I was inclined to say I would put 2 votes into waiting. But now that I know that would lead to us, I now have a choice. I now have the sole choice that you gave me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Isn't this fun?
This is why you do these kinds of votes hidden, so this situation doesn't come up.
I think that means we go destroy the sigil.
Following
Because your instinct, instinct allows for a little bit of destruction, and we all seem to be kind of okay with that. Hey Nathaniel, how do you feel?
I was about to do the same.
No.
Just
This is a group decision. NPCs don't butt in.
Just do whatever. You don't care at all? Not even a little bit?
What's the worst that could happen?
You know what? The worst that could happen is I die again.
You know what? The worst that can happen is that you can't eat the sushi anymore because we're going.
Oh no. Anyway.
I put 2 votes
Anyway.
into destroying the sigil.
Oh no. Anyway.
Oh no. The sushi! I need to eat more!
You're putting 2 votes in what? Destroying the sigil?
Yes.
Nice.
Break
That sounds fun.
Breaking and break time.
I guess
Because we need
it's
to poop.
Okay.
Okay.
Bio break.
Yay.
And
Fire
1
break time!
into going home.
I just kinda... So y'all just kinda finish the day at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And tuck in and get ready for the next day. In the time
So
that
we're
you
taking a
take
long
to get
rest?
ready for the next day, I'm going to poop.
So we're taking a long
I'm
rest?
going to an idle meeting.
Yes, we're taking a long rest.
Okay.
Do you want to entertain my stream or do you want me to meet us?
Sure, we can talk.
Well,
I think.
sure. we don't need to mute ourselves every time.
Are you gonna be
Yeah.
right back then?
I mean, last time I was muted, all I did was advertise myself and then as Eden.
That is a valid way to spend the break, advertising ourselves. Hey everybody, check out Fantasy WE on Twitch. On March 3rd, I will be joining the group there. We do live actual plays of D&D every other week, but the one that's coming up is actually going to be a Fate module written by our DM, where we all play as beloved public domain characters, trying to secure the heart of creativity from stagnation and death. Essentially, it's public domain characters versus the Disney Corporation. It's gonna be real fun. I'm gonna be playing Alice from Alice in Wonderland. It's gonna be a great game.
So in 2 weeks, one of my subscribers has their birthday, and I give my subscribers the option to ask for a birthday stream. And so in 2 weeks, I will be playing some Lion King games.
The one on Game Boy?
I'm not sure yet. I got a long list from her instantly.
Oh.
When I asked, "Yo, what do you want for your birthday stream?" And she was like, "Oh, right, that's a thing." And then gave me a long list of Lion King games. And was like, "Why don't you play some Lion King games?"
The
That's
Super
very
Nintendo Lion King game is really good. I remember it being really good.
It's also amazingly hard.
Yes.
That's
Very
okay. I'm a
hard.
speedrunner. A former world record holder speedrunner.
Also, did you know that the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV has a free trial and includes the entirety of Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion up to level 60 with no restrictions on playing time. Sign up and enjoy easier today.
Let the bubble begin.
When we're born. What if we kissed and held hands in the critically acclaimed?
One streamer who is known for being built very close to water, as we would say in German. She cries a lot.
What does that mean?
She cries easily and a lot. She's very
So
built very
there is
close
a
to water.
joke. There is a joke in English, which is what is the what is similar about having sex on a boat and a glass of Budweiser? They're both fucking close to water.
Yeah. So, what did you want to say? God damn it. Yeah, this streamer finished Shadowbringers and was mid-breakdown when she entered the copy pasta. When she, while crying, said that you could also play the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV.
I saw that.
Yeah, and while crying, join us here today.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
That part always makes me think that my streams must be really boring because I don't really feel emotions in that way.
You don't need to. That's a feature, and if your stream lacks that feature, doesn't mean your stream is lacking. I personally don't really watch many streamers or YouTubers who cry a lot.
Yeah, but I'm also lacking a lot of. I'm getting angry emotions, or I'm getting in general, emotional emotions. Because I usually don't really care about emotions. I don't know how to describe it. I can't feel that much emotion in games, in fiction. You know? Also not getting angry at things a lot.
For me, it's about selecting things that actually trigger my emotions. And so, like, most games don't. But I kind of think that, like, I'm actually kind of a light touch, so most of the time I think that's because the games aren't written very well in terms of, like, when I see a tear joke, a moment that is meant, like, really obviously meant to be a tearjerker and it just doesn't get anything out of me, I kind of think that's probably because the game is kind of not presenting me the best version of that tearjerker moment.
You know, I played the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah. Yeah. Even Final Fantasy XIV has only gotten me a couple of times.
Hello.
It has never gotten me. It has at no point gotten me. Because I don't cry at games.
There's two factors that play into this. One is generally your immersion into the game, and the other is your baseline ability to show and feel emotions. Which traditionally, in German people who are raised male, is not that high.
Yeah, not even happiness is in store.
Yeah.
For the exception, in cases where we drink alcohol, then it's allowed.
I've had to learn how to feel emotions again as an adult. It took me cool 5 years.
Feel emotions is not the impossible part. It's the also.
No, it was feel in my case.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's unhealthy.
It is.
Also, there's this. What I like about this thing. Males don't cry. It's because of their upbringing. No, it's also because of their biology. Because women produce way more fluids for the tears than men do. Yeah. So, but, I notice that
do you
there's
ever...
this. I'm really tearing up, but I'm not crying ever.
Do you ever feel that, like, pain in the back of your throat when you're really sad?
Yes.
That is repressing emotions. You only get that when you're trying really not to cry.
I'm usually doing that when I'm really angry.
Yeah, that too. You only get this feeling when you're trying to hold, especially tears, back. It's the only time that happens.
Nerve. It's probably related to the vagus nerve, right?
It's actually, I think it has to do with some kind of like throat muscle contraction you do subconsciously when you're trying not to cry. And that really just kind of tears some nerves. Is not healthy. But yeah, fun facts with Faye. If you allow yourself...
not to cry. Not that I cannot cry, but that kind of can choose not to cry. Because that would be really awkward if I just burst into tears for no reason at all because I thought of some personal stuff in my family.
Oh yeah, obviously. Like,
I mean, that is... It is very inconvenient, yes.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you're not able to cry when you are in a safe environment.
Not even at home, alone.
Yeah, that's the problem. Now, Final Fantasy Endwalker specifically, kind of like...
Or you just do like women everywhere have done for the last, 100 years, and in the middle of work, you stand up from your desk, turn away, you walk to the bathroom, you hide in a stall, and you sob quietly.
Yes.
And then you go back to your desk. And it's great.
Well,
And
also,
nobody has
like,
any problems. And I don't need therapy.
that sounded like the work environment of Blizzard, Riot, and BioWare, where people
Also,
ran into empty rooms to cry.
Why would you need therapy if you can play D&D with us?
Yeah. D&D is excellent low-level therapy, but please, for any serious issues like depression, strong anxiety, or issues that in some jurisdictions, like Germany, need medical attention, like being trans and having dysphoria, please see a professional.
This therapy is too low level for me.
Yeah,
I need a higher level therapist.
D&D is level 4 therapy at best, with a good open-minded DM. But sometimes you need 20 and a few epic
So
items.
I have a friend who says the phrase D&D is therapeutic, but it is not a replacement for therapy,
Yeah.
which I love that phrasing.
Yeah.
Nothing
D&D allows you
but
to...
therapy.
Yeah, therapy is
therapy.
therapy is therapy.
Welcome to Tautology Club. The first rule of Tautology Club is the first rule
Math
of tautology.
is math.
Well, if you're feeling sad, why don't you go to church and pray, and God will answer.
No.
Fuck!
Fuck you. If you're not dealing well with being societally repressed, why don't you join Repression Club? Same sentence.
To be fair, the evangelical churches in where I grew up were like very positive.
Yeah. Again, the most stimulating conversation about religion I've had with my one of these school teachers in Germany. Based on your belief, you either go into like religion class or philosophy class. And since I was baptized Protestant as a child, I got sorted into religion class. But I would have had the option to just go to my principal and be like, I'm not religious, please put me in philosophy class, thank you. That would have been totally possible at any time. I also did it in like high school in the last few grades. But like one of the Protestant teachers at our school, who was actually just a priest, a Protestant priest who worked as a teacher at the school, had the most stimulating, like most open-minded discussion with me over God that I've had in my life. Because I confronted him with questions like, if the universe didn't exist before God created it, how did God create it? And he actually had an answer that wasn't something God had a plan. It was like an actual like idea of how that could have worked.
So
Aliens.
It was super good. I don't remember the specifics, but it was a good conversation.
There are kind of two answers to that question that I've ever heard that were reasonably... one is God is a force. Like, in order for the Big Bang to have happened, there have to have been conditions that were met. And if God is those conditions, then, right, like, there was something that happened before the Big Bang. That's
was kind of the direction
point
that he went into, because this also neatly deals with the theodicy issue. If God is all-knowing, all-powerful, and just, why does suffering exist on Earth? If God is not a person or a creature, but a force with no, like, will, then obviously suffering exists on Earth.
It doesn't require that God has no will. It requires that we are incapable of understanding it.
Yeah, that should come out.
If he has no will, that would mean that worship is pointless and that we should just forget about him.
Yup.
Yeah, but that's actually the angle that priests...
That is actually a the way that I evolved into agnosticism first, which was that if God seems to not care about the specifics of us on Earth. Otherwise, there are a lot of evil things that happen to innocent people that wouldn't happen. And if God doesn't care about us, then I don't need to care about him or them. That essentially the existence or non-existence of God should make as much of a difference to my life as the existence of incredibly powerful aliens 3 galaxies over.
I like the meme where God creates the universe, multiple solar systems and planets, and then there's just a picture of a boy wanking it, and the voice from the heavens comes in and says, "No masturbating."
But it's like in that conversation I had with that like actually Protestant priest in my school was, no, actually modern theologists, scholars believe that God probably is an inactive force that just created the universe. And that's why we're here. And that probably then nothing else after. Like, he actually went in the direction of worshipping God is probably pointless. And you should
God
not
the
focus on
clockmaker.
the God worship parts of Christianity, of Protestant Christianity. You should focus on the interpersonal, helping other people virtues of Christianity.
Love thy neighbor,
Yeah.
yada yada.
But the thing that I have specific objections with about Christianity is all of the dogmatic
Yeah.
statements about how one is, about what one is required to do and how one is to be punished for not doing it exactly in this way. And if you become a Gnostic, which is what that priest is telling you to be, if you become someone who is just a deist or a theist, without all of that other stuff, I no longer have any problem with you. So you're not arguing for Christianity, you're arguing for theism, deism, which is a totally different thing, right? Like, how can you justify calling yourself a Christian and divorcing Christianity from your belief structure?
The problem.
My personal stance is like this related to the epistemology. I can't know that exists. If it exists, then fine. So I would always say that I'm agnostic, with a big asterisk, because when I was really down on my luck, and I started to pray again after years, my life started to immediately become a lot better. And I'm agnostic. But if I pray, it helps. And I really...
That is There's a saying that comes from World War II, which is that there are no atheists in a foxhole.
Yeah.
You get enough misery, and one of the most natural reactions is to pray. And whether you're just asking the universe for a little bit of something to offset your bad luck or not, it does help, because usually you do that at the lowest points, and then there's very little places to go but up. But at the same time, like, it's hard to argue causality, but it is pretty natural. Like, I'm not going to pretend that I haven't prayed. I have.
That's why how people work.
Asterisk.
Religion being such a prominent thing in our society is because that's just how people work.
Yeah.
If you're at a loss, if you have no explanation, you cling to the first thing that makes sense. People are naturally superstitious. I still believe, even though it makes no sense, that just rolling enough times on a random chance, I'll eventually get it in my lifetime. Which doesn't work that way. Unless there is a cap on where you're guaranteed to get it, you might never.
Life
only
has no
time
penalty system.
The only time you're guaranteed to get it is if you actually perform the task infinite times. But there isn't infinite time to do something infinitely often.
Yeah, there's actually like the way that people think about what is random is usually intuitively wrong.
Yeah.
So like when the original programmers for Winamp developed Shuffle Play, they used true random. And that was a very bad idea because it turns out true random will repeat the same song on a playlist 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
Pretty often.
Because you just randomly...
And you just sit there and you go, stop?
True random will produce series more often than noise.
Shuffle
more often than we expect it to be, for
every
sure.
song in the list and a random number and go that list to the end and then make another list.
Yeah.
So Shuffle
anyway,
now
let's
what it
continue
does.
our game, maybe.
Yeah. Before time runs out in an hour.
We went on many tangents, but that's just how we went.
Yeah. Gods and Shuffle.
Gods and
I
Shuffle,
love it.
yeah. I enjoy writing mortal gods.
It's God rolling dice, is what we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Einstein's famous quote, God does not play dice with the universe.
Yeah,
that was because he hated quantum theory.
Yeah, he didn't want to accept that things are random. Which also, one of the interpretations of quantum theory, the many worlds interpretation, could fix. Because in the many worlds interpretation, everything happens all the time. There is no randomness. The universe is deterministic. You're just only able to perceive one path of it. One subsection of the infinite possibilities that you exist in.
Yeah. Didn't we want to return?
Watch everywhere.
No, this is
everything everywhere,
actually integral to the game.
Yeah.
This is the conversation you're having at the table right now. Like 3 of you have already checked out, and that's just literally like Nathaniel and Aura and Shadows just kind of talking about this. Aeneas is probably able to kind of follow. Ciel has started playing Only Fantasy on his phone. And Five is just like
sitting there talking about how she has hot dog fingers.
Yeah.
I think Aeneas would be like the person who thinks God exists but is an asshole.
I mean,
yeah, probably.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this universe is that gods exist, but they really hate your planet for existing, so they barely are ever doing anything positive for you. Like, they need to take personal pity on a single person to even consider making a cleric in D&D terms.
Yeah, if you want to play cleric in your world,
yeah,
isn't that like being a warlock? Because no, not really.
I made a little bit more of a diversion into the Pathfinder lore that I found the other day.
Sure, I mean, it's going to be relevant sooner or later.
So, I was looking at the way that Pathfinder does clerics and stuff, and Pathfinder also has, in its world of Thorolon, or whatever it's called, they have gods, and they still have agnostics, which say the gods definitely exist, but who's to say whether they're actually divine? They're just things that have a lot of power. And then there are, or rather, agnostics are which one is the true god we can't know. And so at the end of their life, the god that sorts souls puts them in whatever god's plane matches most closely with their personal sense of ethics and their personal sense of morality and the way that they've lived their life. Atheists are funnier because atheists are essentially saying that the things that we call gods are not divine. They are just people with extraordinary powers, but they're just people and they are not worthy of worship. And they are anti-theists.
And this is why I'm very excited for the next Dragon Age game.
Yeah.
Because if you know what happens in the last game, in the DLC, That's very relevant.
So the fun part about that is that when they die, they're still judged by the God that judges all souls. And they are still their path forward from there. They go to an afterlife. And usually they're kept in her afterlife, which is called in her plane, which is called the Graveyard of Souls. And the reason she does that is a kindness. You don't respect any gods. I'm going to keep you here in my realm where no other god will fuck with you.
Yeah. Because no gods dare intrude on that god's domain.
She's the oldest of all of the gods.
The gods
None of the others.
atheists.
Like,
I mean,
and yeah, it's the god of the atheists. But she's not a god to them. She's just the ruler of the domain that they live in after they die.
Also, like, this is not only the oldest god, that's also the god that can pull any soul, literally ever, from any plane to her, and no one is going to dare fuck with her.
She has
money.
But it's kind of incredible that they built in this system where basically this is a god that demands no worship from the people that live in her plane after death.
We should die anyway.
Hot take. If you are building a world, writing religion is one of the most important things.
Yes.
So one of the things that I find frustrating often about religion is that the separation between religion and philosophy and versus like hard knowledge is that you shouldn't be able to prove the truth of your religion. And so the existence of God in a world where people pray to a God that they believe in, and that God can talk to them and grant them wishes and give them powers. And
make them a god, right?
That's not about a belief, but the belief in whether they are actually divine and therefore worthy of worship from all living things, that is a belief.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that that's the distinction Pathfinder makes.
Like, if you ask the gods, they're going to say, of course.
Of course.
They don't want you to doubt them.
Yeah. All this religion and knowledge and truth that you get from religion, basically, is something I really like about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because it's very much about religion.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
About
very much
what is
religion.
true and where you get your truth, because our belief in science nowadays is very, very like religion.
But Full Metal Alchemist is also very vague, because it's never really clarified if the door is God, if the thing at the door is God,
Yeah.
if the homunculi somehow might be God. You don't
And because
know.
it's not answering that, it's good.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think the best approach that a thing can, that a fictional work can take to, towards having religion be a part of its world and its system is to not tell you whether or not the beliefs of that religion are, strictly speaking, true.
Yeah. But yeah, in my universe, you wouldn't be a warlock if you play cleric, because a cleric is chosen by the god, regardless of if the person wants to. A god can force you to be a cleric in D&D.
The fuck?
Really?
Yeah. A
In
god can
D&D?
just pick a cleric, and then you don't have to worship your god as a cleric in D&D. It's not a requirement.
Wild. I thought you did.
No, clerics are chosen, but most clerics are priests because it's easy for a god to choose someone who already believes in them. But there is war domain clerics that just get chosen because the war god takes a liking to this warmongering fighter.
Always remember Fire Emblem, which said, pick a god and pray. As a crit quote, they're about to die.
Mm-hmm.
When he tells him that.
Pick a god.
That's
and
awesome.
Pray. It's such a
That is awesome.
Yeah,
line.
that's so raw. I love
That
it.
is hilarious. Oh my god.
But like, again, in my universe, is which currently works on D&D rules for the purpose of this.
Yeah.
You would be chosen by a god if you are a cleric, but a warlock chooses the patron. You actively seek them out and make a deal.
Well,
The initiative is from the warlock in all cases.
But also the power
Interesting.
belongs to the warlock as soon as
Yes.
they receive the
You
power.
receive the
Opposed to a
power.
cleric, where the god can like
Yeah.
yoink, and you
The
are no
only
longer
thing-
Yeah.
power.
The only thing
Right.
your patron can do to stop you from using their power after the contract is made is kill you.
yeah.
Where a
I
cleric
was-
can lose their power if the god's like, nah, Tiffany, those shoes, no.
The god of fashion.
I made a character once in D&D 4.
4. The
No,
modifier one.
Yeah, I think it was 3.5. But D&D 3.5, where this character was running a secret society trying to preserve knowledge of all things in order to prevent future catastrophes that had happened before. Because a lot of, like, 3 of my DM's campaigns at the time had been, this thing happened before 1,000 years ago, and I'm like, 2 elven generations, right? Like, there should be people alive whose parents lived through that event.
Yeah.
Long lifespans
but all
are
of-
really bad to ride around.
Unless you
But
are
all of
keeping
that,
them in mind.
but all of that information is lost, and so I created a character whose whole goal was to protect the world from things that had happened before by preserving knowledge and presenting it to to the right people at the right time in order to solve problems. That was his whole concept. He made a deal, he made a pact, and became a warlock of this god of whispers, fully intent from the very beginning on killing and replacing her,
Yeah.
so that he could have all of her secrets.
Yeah, it's absolutely valid.
Yeah.
She liked him because he was gathering information.
Yeah.
He wanted what she had, which was her entire
Okay.
domain.
So let's just at least get
Sorry about that.
somewhere. I'm so full thing because we only have about 58 minutes left. I've already decided half an hour ago there wouldn't be combat this session, but I would like to get to a point where we could have a combat next session.
Okay, you got it.
And then then we can leave the session there.
Yeah.
So I think
going
we
to
have
explore-
actually already decided
Yeah, we
that
have
we're
decided.
going to go
We are
and
going
break the
back-
thing.
Yeah.
We're going back to the place at the next morning. It is early morning. The artificial sun that illuminates the sky of this world kind of peeks over the horizon. You see dewdrops on the, I don't know, poles, the walls, the little pieces of grass that grow through the metal floor because it's grass.
So I think 5 is going to take the early morning, at least, to go and stock up on potions,
Stock.
and make sure everybody that we have enough to bring everybody back to 5 potions of healings, and then I'd like something to mitigate situations where we've had situations where our senses are befuddled. And
So
is
do
there
you want to buy
anything...
Adderall?
I don't mean befuddled like that. I mean like situations where we can't see properly because of some magical effect or something like that, or because there's smoke
there's-
or something like that.
There's no mundane items that can fix magical darkness. That's just how the darkness spells work.
Are there magical items that can?
technically, probably. I don't know the catalog off the bat of my head. But there's probably
Can I
some...
get a wand of dispel?
There's probably some
would be
magic
broken.
items that can create high-level light sources, which would then break the magic darkness.
Is there a wand of dispel magic?
I don't fucking know.
We
Maybe?
can also use my we can also use my dispel magic.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
That's true, but yeah, that's true. Dispel magic is a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Everything I cast is 3rd level.
Yeah. Warlock.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well that helps.
What would be interesting
and then,
is a wand of counter spell, but that doesn't seem to exist.
oh my god. So I found this is from Frog God Games. A thing 5e. It's a wand of dispel magic. The wand recovers 1d6 plus 1 charges each day at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand's magic cancels itself out, turning the wand into a stick.
That is usually what high-level magic items do, but usually they just shatter or disintegrate. This is much better.
This is much better. I love that.
Like, in the D&D books, they always just kind of poof.
Yeah.
What is this game doing? It's been loading for half an hour.
Loading.
I just wanted to do a red key. It's doing the break.
Okay, so
Oh,
the
that
other
game.
thing. I have my rope dart +1, which is therefore magic damage.
But it's magic
Right?
damage because it's a monk weapon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
As far as I know, my enchantments can't make something magic, well, in this way. But I can check.
Pathfinder does this a lot better in its wording, at least, where anything that counts as a monk weapon becomes a magic
Right.
weapon, but it doesn't gain any bonuses from being a magic weapon. Becomes a +0
Right.
magic weapon. In D&D, it's a bit weird, but it is to the same effect. Anything a monk uses becomes a magic weapon without any bonus. As long as it's a monk weapon
Okay.
or fists. As long as you fist people, it's magic.
I want to. Basically, I want to buy up some things that will help us.
Help.
Help.
Help. Yeah, I think healing potions should be fine. You can take the
Yeah, I'm
downtime
definitely
of
going to buy.
You can take the downtime of 3 to 4 weeks we have after the session to figure out if you want to buy anything else. If you want to.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, potions of healing for sure.
Yeah.
To get us all back up to, and I'll go ahead and spend the money out of my own coffers.
You also need to deduct yourselves 100 gold pieces for the
Oh yeah,
restaurant.
right.
Yep,
Yeah.
already done.
Inventory. 100 gold.
Inventory space.
This is
Okay.
the best game, by the way, because I want you to know, Faye, that this is the first
The
time
import
that
is
in any
perfect
D&D
right now.
campaign where I have felt that resources were not super limited for me, so I could rely on spending money on things. And as a result of that, there's another game where I made a rich character and just literally have used money to solve problems a bunch of times because it's actually really fun to be able to do that. Like, the one thing that's really, like, and I keep on demonstrating that wealth, like, she'll show up, she'll roll into town, and she'll be like, I'm not sleeping in the same room as the rest of you. I'll have my own room, and it'll be one of the nicer ones, thanks.
The import should
And then
work
she'll
now.
just
Another-
drop 2 gold on the counter and be like...
Whatever you were trying to do should work now.
Yeah.
I got an error that some D&D Beyond Importer operation failed because the Patreon key was invalid.
I didn't do anything.
It might be the automatic sync feature that's on. To sync your character sheet changes back to your DDB characters.
I just wanted to check what kind of enchantments I have.
I'm amazed that Wizard of the Coast didn't try to blow the extension up, by the way. Like the importer that actively uses its API. I mean, they backpedaled hard and have now also gone on record to say that they completely miscalculated both their major IP strategies. The whole license debacle and the pricing of the Magic the Gathering Anniversary stuff at multiple hundreds of dollars were both bad ideas.
Wow.
By the by, can everybody increase your number of potions of healing to 5 and then tell me how many I needed to buy to get you that?
Sure. Sure.
Do I have potions of healing?
You should have.
You should.
2. So
Probably
Awesome.
in your backpack.
quantity.
They're 100 gold pieces
3
each, so I'm
to
just
5.
spending the money. Yep, that's 2.
Yeah, 5. Not in my backpack.
All 5. Awesome. I will pay the monies.
I still have to figure out what.
Okay,
class
so
features.
you arrive in this back alley, and you do still know which of the objects in this downtrodden area are connected to the magic sigil. It's unsuspecting things like parts of a carving in a wall that just looks thrashed, or like a half melted plastic toy that's kind of embedded into the floor. All of these things are things that look at first glance just like they belong in the area.
Do I need to activate detect magic again to find everything, or did I remember?
No, do you remember a few things, at least?
Okay.
And like,
So,
runes usually stop working if any part of them is missing, unless that somehow makes another valid rune.
imagine the cloaking spell becomes an explosion spell.
Whoopsie daisy.
That would be a great way to trap a cloaking spell, in my opinion. Make it so if all elements except one specific one, that's the correct one, gets removed, it explodes.
So, how do we want to approach this?
Best on foot.
Aeneas will activate his armor. Just
Bulk up.
to be more careful if something happens. It's not the kind of armor you can be seen in public, but this neighborhood is empty. So, do we want to pick a rune that we want to break and huddle around it?
We could all choose one of the runes, so we are not in one spot if they explode.
But why should all of us destroy one rune when it is dangerous? Why just not one destroy the rune, and the others wait in, well, safety?
Because would you choose out of a group of 3 the one who's least important so that they could destroy the rune and endanger themselves?
No.
We have all the same risk if each of us destroys the well, it's a joke.
I actually don't think that it will explode. I hope.
But can you deny or confirm that it does?
So,
or doesn't?
That's what I wanted. There you go.
So which rune shall we pick? Or what shall I pick? And what? Do you know where the runes are at, or shall I show you one? CL.
Why you?
Or do you know where the rune is?
So we did connect them on the ground, didn't we?
Oh right.
Yeah.
There was a thing that I forgot.
Great.
You
Okay.
still have the
Good
spray
thing.
paint. Yeah.
Good thing then. I remember.
The humongous amount of fucking spray paint you acquired. The amogus amount.
Nope, I will not post that.
Sus.
So, Naze goes to one random rune, preferably one exact in the middle of the road.
Yeah. There's one anchor point in the center of that truck.
Hello, Truckoon.
You've isekai'd your last protagonist. I love that there's a parody manga of the Truck-kun driver.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the front of the truck is actually enchanted to send people to other worlds. Like it's his job to run people over and send them into other worlds. He's getting paid for it.
Nice. We have lost enough people to fucking Demon King cook-offs.
Yes. It's hilarious. But yeah, so you find the thing. It's just kind of carved into the bottom of that truck.
Okay. Shall we have you found your preferred runes?
I'm just gonna grab one that is free. That is not yet chosen and is the closest to me.
Pog, what about 5?
I don't know.
Just pick one. Like the melted one over there.
Just a
All right.
melted rubber duck.
The melted rubber duck. It's adorable. I will have it.
There's the plan. So what you want to do to break the sigil?
I have a crowbar.
I think I am probably going to end up using the rope darts doesn't seem like a great plan for this. I think I'm just going to kick shit.
Oh wait, I have a hammer. That's even better than a crowbar. I use a hammer.
Aeneas will use the thunder gauntlets.
Nice.
I literally I have precision equipment. I don't have I just have my rope dart and that's like a precision fighting thing. It's not.
Okay.
There's a rune.
Yeah, right?
So you all kind of
no, I'm just
start throwing various things at the runes, I guess.
Allies be one of them.
And as each of you kind of starts tearing at these anchor point carvings, you see that the lines of magic that you previously traced with your spray paint now start to visibly show up as you kind of tear at these things. And they're offering much more resistance than they should at being removed from the location they are in.
I will punch harder.
Should I try to spell magic?
If you
Yes.
want to.
Yeah, you should. Bump it up to as high a spell slot level as you can.
I always
possibly
cast
do.
at the highest spell level.
Oh,
Warlock.
okay.
Warlock. That's not what I need to find music that I'm going for. Hold on. No. Yeah, that works. That kind of hits the mood of you messing with ancient magic.
We're the smartest team.
I don't want to say it, but I think a previous one was
So-
smarter.
Yeah, dispel magic. You do need to roll.
I can. What do I need to? I do.
It's an ability check using your spellcasting ability, which means you're basically rolling plain charisma.
Okay.
Oh, not like a spell attack or something?
This is an ability check specifically in the
Ah.
spell description.
Boop.
But that would break any spell that's not 10th level or higher. This would only fail to break spells that were not cast by a single person. That being said,
Bitch.
obviously, it works on the binary
Nice.
point. So, while the
Great,
other two
yeah.
of you are going to town on these miraculously sturdy pieces of stuff.
Muda, 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 muda!
Oh, you're Muda Muda stand user. Finally, we have
And
the
it would
answer.
definitely be a muda muda
I
type.
think 5 is your Muda Muda stand.
I see. But yeah, so CL once again, the third time in the session, has a good idea and casts Dispel Magic on the sigil binding point. At first it seems like nothing is happening, but then slowly this Shut up! Good.
Slowly, someone gets really angry.
No, don't destroy the
fucking
ancient
neighbors.
magic circle! Are you stupid?
Fucking neighbors. Someone just gets
That's what's
really
dope.
this thing just starts to kind of crack and break
kind of
further.
crack.
Stuff start like parts of the sigil start to kind of fall off. And once this anchor point is fully destroyed, you see like something snap almost in this like now visible magic field. These visible magic lines. And the next moment kind of feels like an eternity for you. For the other two specifically. Because you see this line get shorter through the points, and then once it hits the final point, all of the points that weren't dispelled start to send out a shockwave, throwing you into the nearest wall. Please roll a dexterity save.
Oh, fuck.
All of us? Or
No, just
I thought a roll was coming.
just
Dexterity save.
Aeneas and 5.
that's what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a monk. Do you have evasion yet?
evasion. I don't know.
Should be in your
I'm looking at my class features.
yeah.
I don't see that.
If it's not on the list, you don't have it. Okay. In that case, if you don't have evasion,
Oh,
that
it's 7th
means
level.
in Nias, you take 16 points of blunt damage, and 5 you take 8.
8.
As you get thrown into the wall. Or in Aeneas' case, thrown through the roof of the truck.
Oh.
I dispelled it.
It's not done yet. It's not done yet. This happened actually in an instant after the spell was broken. But you
Oh shit, there are
of-
multiple effects to resolve.
You,
I
you
hate
kind
that.
of feel like the air has suddenly gone really stale and really staticky. And you hear a sound coming from around this area up here, where the up arrow kind of points. And you see like lightning kind of frozen in the air around that same area. As another shockwave, but not strong enough to send you flying, kind of ripples through the street as another building reveals itself that wasn't here before. Now it's over. The area also kind of looks different than before. There's massive claw marks all over the place. Corpses have started to show up of people desperately trying to get into the building. And the air smells rotten.
How old are the corpses?
Do the claw marks remind me of that one container?
No.
Good.
But almost.
Oh.
What the fuck? Those people weren't here before.
Like, not a building, actually I described that incorrectly, like a kind of a door in the building. If a building appeared that would block the road, that makes no sense.
Well, technically they were here before, they were just concealed.
But, well,
Yeah,
not invisible, just
the air
there, right?
The air smells like rotten, like these corpses were fresh, and it's now filled with these strange, like, ash-like particles that are suspended in midair. It's gotten significantly darker here. The area now counts as dim light instead of bright light.
Fuck.
So I would say that's probably not a good thing.
If that cloaking hit all those dead bodies.
Yeah.
And the smell. I
Yeah.
fear that maybe we could have something that could have made these claw marks survive in that. Yeah, what is it called? It's not a different plane, right? It was cloaked.
It was just hidden, right?
But my first impulse is to go into that building. But also, I really want to take a look at those corpses.
I mean, that's the same direction. Most of them are piled up desperately trying to get to that door.
Well, that's convenient.
Do they have loot?
5. Are you okay?
Is there anything that can be used to... I'd like to look around the scene to try and discern what killed the corpse.
Well,
Yeah.
that would be medicine or investigation, I guess.
Yeah. That's exactly what I
I will
wanted to
try
do too.
Medicine if you want to
if-
perform more of an autopsy, and investigation if you want to survey the general area.
I would cast guidance on myself and do an autopsy.
Okay.
Can I use the help action and just do what I normally do as assistant to the doctor?
You can use aid on Aeneas, which would give him advantage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fail that. Attributes. Medicine. Oh, just a +3.
What does CL do, except of like...
I'm just gonna walk behind them for now because they'll be like the important people, seemingly for me now.
I love how
Like
this
they-
formula looks. D20, 2d20, keep highest +0, +0, +3, +0, +d4. Roll formulas. This isn't even, like, once we switch to Pathfinder, these are going to get worse, because Pathfinder does a lot of +1 and +2 for situational modifiers.
Which I like.
Yeah. Luckily, Foundry will take most of that from us and do it automatically.
But is a 15 enough?
15 is enough to at least kind of get an idea. You figure out definitely that the claws that made these cuts in the surrounding area also made these cuts in these people. The cause of death was probably blood loss. In which case, the people piled up against the door implies that the door was locked, and that's why they couldn't get in. Then they were kind of mauled to death.
Okay.
Okay.
I will relay that knowledge to everyone and cast guidance on Sona. I would like to help her investigating the surroundings. Not on Sona,
So-
but on Five.
Yeah.
No, cast guidance on the real life person, please. Just
I
once.
wish you could. Okay, I will give that a shot. I don't have any like specific thing for investigation. It's
Oh.
investiga awesome. I only have a +1.
Well, if it's an
I
aid,
have a +7, by the way.
if it's aiding, it's an 18, which is okay.
Also, you forgot the D4 for guidance.
Roll a d4, please.
Oh, yes.
Just one d4. But yeah, we're gonna assume that Aeneas is aiding you, so it's gonna be advantage.
So
So that's a 21 total for that investigation
That's not bad.
check. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Fine. It's fine. So instead of focusing on the corpses, you focus on the overall battlefield, and you figure something out that you didn't quite catch yet. This ashy, like these strange dusty ash particles, are coming from the corpses. Out of the wounds specifically, and also from wherever those cuts were made in the buildings. You also see, out of the corner of your eye, that the sufficiently blood-covered at this point keypad on the door is still lit up. So whatever that building is that didn't exist a few minutes ago, it's got power.
But we have
And
the
finally,
key, right?
for the 21, I'm going to give you the information that the radius of this cloaking ends about exactly outside of the area you're in.
interesting.
So if anything survived, it's either exceptionally good at hiding inside that building or not here anymore.
I'm sorry, did we get an idea of how long ago this happened?
So, from how, like, the corpses haven't reached, like, stupor yet. They haven't been dead for that long.
So recently enough. Yeah.
But you don't know what that means.
If the cloaking stops time, that would mean that was before the apocalypse happened, right? But if it doesn't stop time, then we shouldn't have done this yesterday. I'm not concerned about a monster running around here. I'm more
Also,
concerned about the wounds it left and
Right.
whatever's floating through the air.
those people are wearing what looks like military uniforms, and they look like you, so they are probably natives of this planet.
Do you know the thing that you do with snowflakes sometimes, that when it snows?
Oh no,
Like,
no, 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 no.
I want to do that with the ash.
Okay. It tastes like burnt iron.
Oh.
I love that flavor.
Damn it, it tastes like something.
Of course it does.
Axe body spray.
X body spray. So as you kind of stand around here, you suddenly hear footsteps echo through the streets, and they don't sound like the usual, like, a drunkard. They don't sound like irregular or dragged. They sound like with intent, but
Like a fast step.
no, more
Clacking.
like it's slow, but it's menacing somehow. Yeah.
Huh.
Can we hide?
There's definitely
Yeah.
enough stuff around here to hide. Look at the map.
I definitely want to hide.
Jump into a dumpster.
I want to line right next to the corpses.
If you jump into a dumpster, and this was Pathfinder, I would give you a situational bonus. But this isn't Pathfinder, so all I can give you is advantage.
Oh, advantage.
Yeah.
Then I will roll just another d20.
Pog.
What?
That's better.
I am also jumping in the dumpster. Can I also get advantage?
There's
I
more
really don't
dumpsters.
like my rolls unless I did.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There's enough dumpsters. And then CL wants to
I'll-
lay down next to the corpses?
Yeah, right next to the corpses.
Okay, that's normal.
That sounds like a
Oh,
CL
yeah.
thing to do.
Next to the military people who are slaughtered and cut up.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I should have first used the spell, right? Wait, can I do that with the spell, the disguise self spell?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That does work.
I will use disguise self. Boop.
Nice.
Yeah. You disguise yourself as a dead soldier.
Why?
Yeah. And then you lay down. Then you do get advantage.
Oh, nice. Just once more, though.
Yeah.
Should I? Yeah. Wow.
Did nothing.
Isn't that like shouldn't be
Huh?
that like be deception?
No, we're still trying to make someone think you're not here. So it's still
Yeah.
stealth.
Okay.
So you're either in a dumpster or lying down, so you don't really see who is coming in here. But someone is coming in here, and you hear like a very pleasant, faintly masculine voice just go, "Oh, I would have expected to find the children here, but it appears not. Passing strange indeed. No matter.
And is I want to cast invisibility on myself. And
What components does that have?
an eyelash encased in gum Arabic.
No, I mean verbal or somatic.
Both.
Oof.
Okay.
Do you really want to talk in the dumpster?
No, I'd rather try to.
If only you were a sorcerer right now and could use meta magic subtle spell to remove the verbal component from it. Wouldn't that be nice?
But we had so many sorcerers last time.
Why we did
Too
only
many
have one.
sorcerers.
The other one was a cleric, right? And a bard and another sorcerer, shadow sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sork.
Yeah.
So many sorks. I mean, like, what was your roll again? 17? Yeah. I mean, you could risk it, it might work. To whisper the vocal component in the dumpster.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm
Okay.
I'm casting invisibility. Why is it? Shall I make a stealth check, another one, or
No.
okay?
You do not get detected.
Then I will take a look.
So you see someone, although it is hard to make out exactly what they look like in this lighting condition. Who seems to be dressed up in a very expensive suit. Have walked down the street toward that door. They don't appear to have noticed CL yet.
Cannot get out of the dumpster without the dumpster making a sound.
That is correct.
Probably not. No.
Oh. Then is it just texting Shadow Seeker?
This is what we do.
Yeah, buddy, we got a problem.
Can I text Shadow Seeker that, like, a description of a man? Maybe she can tap some cameras.
You could.
So he has a pleasant male voice and has very expensive clothing.
Okay, let me
And like I said, the pleasant male voice is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's visible on the camera. So like big, tall species.
Very tall. From like what you can glean from here, appears to be words. Words are hard. Words
Yeah.
are very hard. It appears to be some kind of bird, or maybe a griffin. You can only really make out wings and beak, but you're not sure if the fuzz on the face is feathers or fur.
Okay. I'm passing that along to, well, at least to 5, because I don't know if CL muted his phone.
As if I would ever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so they make their way to the door. They you can see clearly now at least what they're doing. Wipe off the blood from the keypad and start typing something in. Then you hear a audible brrr, and it, damn it. No use. They must have changed it before cloaking. Fine. This isn't going to disappear anytime soon. So I'll just come back another day. And then they walk back. The same way they came from. The same speed they walked. And
I would
just
like...
as they kind of turn their back far enough so none of you are at risk of this being discovered anymore, they would start using their communicator. You notice clearly, because this signature blue light of it suddenly starts flashing, they go, yes, I need surveillance in the cloaked sector. Yes, half an hour is fine. Okay.
I send a message to a follow-up on our group text to Seeker and basically say the guy is asking for surveillance on the cloaked sector. So in about a half an hour's time, there may be a way for you to tap in and watch that too.
I actually might have an idea who it is, but I'll have to look into it more. I just saw a surveillance request for about the area you're in pop up on one of the private militia's internal boards, if you catch my drift.
I do. I'm excited. How can we get out of here before they arrive?
You have about half an hour to do whatever you want to do.
All right. Do you think that there would be any way for us to get into that door? If the locks were scrambled before they cloaked, then I don't know. It wouldn't be of any use for us to go after that guy to find out how to get inside or anything like that, because he doesn't know.
Once he's gone, connect your phone up to it.
You got it. I will wait until I think that the guy is far enough away that he will not be able to hear me.
Your phone,
and then I'm going to slip out of the...
Your phone, the old thing you brought from home.
The old one. Got it.
It has worse security protocols, which is great for this kind of purpose. I don't want anyone snooping on what I'm going to do.
You got it. Then that's what I will do.
Yeah, let's get out of the dumpster.
Okay.
Five climbs out of the dumpster and she's got a banana peel on her head.
Anais is not dropping the invisibility just yet.
Yeah.
he will let it run out.
Okay, in that case, CL and 5 see nothing come out of the dumpster.
I'm just gonna stay lying.
But in
I
that case,
cuddle up.
5 sees nothing come out of the dumpster.
I cuddle up with my buddy.
5 is going to walk up to CL's corpse and go. What is the
respect?
Huh?
That is / respect.
Slash respect. That's the one. Yes. 5 gives CL a moment of respect.
Okay, yeah, even though we only have 10 minutes left, I have to digress. The animation detail in Final Fantasy XIV is amazing. All of the emotes are so, like, well thought through with the movements you do. I love it.
They're great.
I'm still mad that the females get the cool kupu dance and the males dance as if they have no hips.
But everybody dances with hips when you do the bee's knees.
They actually don't. Not the males.
What? The bee's knees don't?
There is a different version for the males, where they are very stiff compared to the females. But there's that.
What?
Yeah.
But the bee's knees is the cat's pajamas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What?
And men can't dance.
True. But
Shake
yeah,
those hips.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
crank
shake
that
it,
soldier.
shake
I
it, shake
mean,
it,
what?
Shinji, crank that soldier boy.
The fuck?
The only
I don't know what's
song,
going on.
the only song that anyone would know of Soldier Boy is "Crank That." It's the one that has the yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soldier Boy 10.
Yeah.
Interior. 2 men are standing around a Ouija board. Are you moving it? No, I'm not moving it. What does it say? Y O O O O. Damn it! This isn't a Ouija board. This is a soldier board.
Yo. Okay.
I'm still weirded out that the Ouija board
So-
is spelled like that.
Yeah.
I assume you
The
hold the
Ouija
phone
board.
to the thing.
Yeah.
You see the screen kind of flash a couple of times as your phone is next to it. And then suddenly, all of the keys just start flashing in rapid succession as your friendly hacker neighbor just kind of tries every combination. Okay, this will take only a minute, I hope. And you hear just...
If you ever have used honey, you know how that works.
Yeah,
Whoop, whoop.
exactly.
Nothing works.
Which is an excellent statement, segue to our sponsor, Elgat.
So,
And yeah,
We're
after
waiting.
about a minute, the door does open with a bring. And the door kind of slides out of the way to reveal a pretty clean looking interior.
So the others can't see Aeneas. So he just leans down to Five's ear and is like, I don't know if I need to drop the invisibility or want to use detect magic. You can detect magic, right? You're invisible. I can't hear. I can't hear you. Memes.
Now I have solved it.
Solved what?
Yeah.
It's a
You
problem.
really need
That is
my ignorance.
Yeah. Okay, so
Seal's still not moving, right?
Yeah.
Seal, the door is open.
I tap my friend who I'm laying next to on the back and say, "Come on," and stand up and go to them.
you
Wouldn't
cast
it
True
be
Resurrection.
so funny if I made these zombies?
It would be incredible if we had characters that could do True Resurrect and come up on a scene like this and just be like, 1,000 gold worth of diamond.
10.
Here you
Oh,
go.
10,000.
10,000? Jesus.
You literally need about as many diamonds as there is body. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're building the body out of the diamonds, basically.
We talked about this before, where I think that if you are in a coal mine, because what you need is the carbon, and you just
Mm-hmm.
you use 10,000 gold worth of coal, which is the entire mine's vein,
Mm-hmm.
just collapse a mountain to resurrect one person.
Not only
Yeah, but-
collapse the mountain, also collapse the entire local economy of that mining village you're in.
Yeah. Worth it.
Well, it's not. You also need more coal than they are worth in diamonds because they usually have to be removed first. So the coal in the ore is worth less than it was in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're
So you
right.
are removing like 15,000 gold of coal.
Yeah.
Fuck that village.
Like, do you mind not having a future and I just mine your entire mountain real quick?
Everybody's sitting there going, "Why would you do this?" And you're just like,
I needed to
are you,
revive my
are
horse.
you really putting
This
a
is
cost
my
on a life?
this
here?
this was my
No,
emotional
you
support
did.
Blobo, and I am bringing him back.
All right. Five's gonna go into the. Actually, Five is going to carefully move into the doorway and look around for traps.
I guess that's better kept for next session.
But
Yeah.
I'm also not taking off the disguise.
Yeah.
I'm staying.
Oh, you look like a.
I'm looking like a dead man.
It's just gonna be like, turn on dead.
Yeah, it's not concentration. It doesn't impede anything.
But yeah, so one last thing to send the session off. As you kind of step into the building, you feel unease. If you do have hair or feathers of any kind, as soon as you cross the threshold, it all kind of starts to stand up.
Even my
My
chest
hair
feathers.
is made of a synthetic fiber weave. Is that?
No.
No.
Currently covered in goop.
Under that,
goopy.
your fur.
So
so
like body is
goopy.
like whoop.
Yeah. Yes. And that is where we're going to end the session. I have a map prepared, but I'll keep that until next time. Maybe I'll find a better one in 3
Yes.
weeks. Who knows? And yeah, that's where we at. Pause.
Yay.
Yeah.
Have you two seen the? I have to drop off, but have you two seen the
Maybe we should turn off the screen first.
Pathfinder stuff?
Goodbye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Goodbye, stream.
Bye, stream.